My people, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I go say I go greet you now again. I tell you, I say I go come out again 1 hour after that video when I take appreciate Niger Watch family. Today we want do another one. I know say I be politician, but I feel call am a gutter one. And we want to discuss politics tonight, this evening. I bet Mona share this video. Make una share am, make it reach, make we explain politics today, make we discuss politics. For some time now, about land grabbing, and they want to give land to Fulani people. We want to talk about politics today. I bet Mona share this video. My people, for some time now, everybody, when they want to talk to Obaseki, they go say, local government. No local government. The local government not there. Now, a few members have picked House of Assembly men. Commissioner, he bring commissioner, it cause trouble. Now, yesterday, Governor Obaseki here una cry again. He can't say, he can't form committee where go look to the people where go form, make the organize the local government election. Sometimes when I talk, when I say me they go this side or they go that side, the truth be said, according to Emmanuel Agbogun, the truth be said. Now today or yesterday, now I make 1 week where that madman where dey River State, Wike, throw away bomb for Edo, and the bomb can affect Obaseki house of Obaseki. And this bomb is related to say Obaseki not get structure. If you want structure, you're supposed to work with local government. If you want this, if you want that. Now he talk many things where there. He touch Edo politics. He even do the work of waiting opposition for Edo supposed to do. He do more than that. He can't talk too much. That can't make me come out day before yesterday. Can't they say Wike na comedian. Not see on TikTok. So my people, we want discussion today. I beg, if anybody get a kind number, make una phone and make una invite her. Good comrade, Mr. Mori, Midwest Republic, I invite una today. I want make we come talk about this matter. This one where would they look so? Now they look at your thing, so it go cause another big trouble again for Benin. Maybe another bomb, missile, anti-patriot missile. They go throw from Port Harcourt, enter Benin again. If you not know. Now, the way Obaseki they take play politics, nobody understand that. Just put them for example now. People like me and a lot of people, they get interest. Make them go contest election for who? Election don't dey near. Okay, the local government where some people go get interest for now, all of a sudden, Obaseki just come out. He begin the organized committee, emergency, the two they not plan before. Before, if they want to do local government election, they go give 90 days, 90 days, oh, Agba. They go give 90 days notice. Make people for prepare, make people for here. This one, I say, now 14 days. Where then they do that kind of election? One I wait to this election, when you want say you want do so. Not be so the constitution talk. Because say na Edo state, now they control local government election, it quickly go rush, go tell them for State House of Assembly, make them sit down, make them amend the constitution, make it be say na 14 days, now then they do this election. The problem with dey here, so me na politician and I know wetin I dey talk. If na gutter, if na fit call am gutter politician, me know wetin me dey talk. This matter so it go cause problem and it not go fly. You cannot give 14 days, that's number one, 14 days notice. Plus, you cannot begin the amend constitution with 9 members. Make them come talk am. This na the thing wey dey ground since. Constitution wey dey ground wey dem dey use take form local government. My people, the question wey I want ask me say, if Obaseki not get bad thing for him mind, since we dissolve local government, it don't take. Why be say don't come the hurry now? Make them quickly go sit down. Make them just quickly discuss am. Make them amend constitution. The two way we dey look small, so it go cause big trouble. It go cause big trouble. They go come go court. They go come say enough fit do am. People will come the verse. Say why then they disturb Obaseki? Question where we get to ask, we say, why it be say then they hurry do all these things now? Local government, it don't take away them dissolve them. It form committee. When it form this committee, say make them now then go pilot, now then go plan the election. Then he say make them go to State House of Assembly, make them go amend the constitution. That are two things we do, which to me or to many people will get interest for do. The thing get as it be to them. It not work, it not fly. This election we they want to do so for this local government. So my people, I go explain that to now. The thing will take on me. One, when I know say the last convention, Obaseki, na small ticket then give am make carry go Abuja, make them go vote. Who go be national chairman, who go be party executive, party officials for PDP. I know say me don't come up for PDP, but I see they take I look there. This one will do so. The thing will meet to us be say people will give Obaseki those tickets, people will dey behind this thing. Now then Wike and Danobi. Then it be like say then smoke Obaseki out, make it not get people will go vote for her. Make them we go vote for her for Abuja. We go vote for inside. My people, make I explain her. The thing we do so, una really understand that some of una where they follow politics, una go understand. Year 2020, when they do Obaseki election, Obaseki begin make a lot of people where they work for lower. He give them position, SSA. He give them different position so that those people for the constitution where they grant before, people where they work will get political appointment, then they automatically get ticket, voting card. May I put on that way? We then go vote for a party official for primary, we then they call Congress. Like say we want to election now. Then party members now then go vote who go represent us, who go be flag bearer. My people, I just explain and make some people understand. Make them not come talk, say, I don't come back again. They talk to Obaseki. Obaseki got on no way governor. Don't I hear agreement you or me be your. Now understand. Then, to the extent that period, that 2020, the more Basel brother, they come talk to special advisor to governor. They can't get different position. So that they'll be automatically, they'll just can't get vote to vote for party primary for Congress. Now there, now party members they get some small money. So like say me be secretary for my ward now, I get right to vote who go represent, who will give no mayo, where we go send go primary, where we go primary, where all of them don't come for primary. Now make we choose who go be governor or who go be chairman. For example, party for party like say for party where we dey, if you get position, you get right to vote. Other party members not get right to vote because you not get position. If you get position, you get party ticket, then you go vote for that day for who you want. So people will want go election, we want Noriaze, Emaniaze, people will want contest election. They'll come see you for us. They go bring money for you. They go bring many things where you give your wife. You know, you zowogi. We call the zowogi. Now there, all those party members they get something. For example, now if the person when I vote for it to go win for election, if you don't do Abuja like then Konas, it Abuja, sometimes I can go bring sewing machine. Go give me, it go give some to me. Me go give the sewing machine to the women where want sewing machine where they my word. People where they follow me vote, people where they follow me campaign. So now so it be. Last time we then do the national one for Abuja, the smoke Obaseki out, smear out, mommy ticket, Obaseki talk and say they went out poorly, say they not get people, no Obaseki not get ticket, so they pack the ticket for themselves, they not be giving people. And that 2020, now so Obaseki quick come they give people to position, give people position, make them automatically get the ticket so that they'll go vote or and vote will come plenty. If you now understand that, I go so now understand. If you now not understand that, I go tell me say, I can't go to talk like I don't understand what you talk. Then I go explain them again. Now we sit down here, we do diaspora, we know development, we don't see development, we don't see technology, we know what in this trick be. So this trick, this now why you Obaseki want go look for position now where he want quickly form organized local government election so that all those people where then go put for chairman, councillor, all those one automatically then go get ticket to vote for who he want. Make it go represent, go be governor or go senate, we go different position, House of Assembly, so that those one go win for primary. Plus, if you do that one, people like them Danobi, you go smoke them out. Those ones not fit get a chance to trade one. This now under the old law, now they talk so. But on not to Obaseki, no say wahala dey. Where they want change now, the electoral bill where they want change. They want change down. In the sense that, for example, if you get you be commissioner, or you be governor, or you be House of Assembly member, when election they come, for you to contest for election where they want do, you first of all just resign your appointment. The job where they give you political appointment where you get. Even civil servant, if you want contest election, you resign for your work before you come contest. So everybody they talk for Nigeria now say, make the same thing where they happen to people who get political appointment, make it they happen to when it comes to local government. So if you get position, like the two Obaseki want do now, want do election, make local government people don't automatically get ticket, voting card. They'll choose them for Congress, make them go vote who go for election, who go represent the party. You know say they want change now. Say it not work. The two way happen for people who get political appointment, they must resign before they'll fit participate for politics. That now the law where they come in. Now Obaseki can't come out because they give 2 weeks, make them take wrong local government election where they grant since where they not do. Eh? Una here now, some people don't like people like the Madam Rita Adams. He say they say EPM, Edo People's Movement. They want Obaseki may share money. Eh? Meanwhile, that time for 2020, Obaseki go appoint SSA, begin to pay them with the hope say those one go get ticket, they will get a card where don't take vote for Congress so that he go win Oshomole. I think una don't understand that now, as I don't mention Oshomole put so. So you not give anybody 2 weeks. They want quick go do election for 2 weeks. People will do diaspora now. Which time they get now to go get prepared? Is that not inhibiting participation, popular participation? He want do this thing to favor him, where they fight for party structure. You don't do governor 2 times. Now, which one you want party structure for now? Me, I don't understand. Now there's a new law coming that the electoral bill, they want change so that all those SSA, they don't get that power again. We don't just automatically don't just give them ticket, make them go vote for Congress. Because now Congress then they eat money. Just imagine the last election, I think we go Congress for Port Harcourt or so. I hear for rumor, say now $10,000. Now they share for people who get right to vote for the party. For inside party, I'm not also general election. That will go be primary for Congress. $10,000, not be naira or dollars. So what your Obaseki they do, in go just one use the local government, if you draw local government election, those one will just go automatic ticket to come vote for people where he want. So that himself, now the person where he talks to make them vote for, now them go vote for. Now waiting that one be that one not be Godfather. Godfather we talk in Godfather they don't abolish him for Benin for Edo politics. Media always they talk through on Sunday na see and that day I carry Ogun come out, I carry Ohure come out, I begin to put on for wicked head. I know this type of thing. It is said now only in one I get power to do all those things. But when it comes to Edo, you know say Edo people don't wise, then go court. More like bet me hand. They go drag Obaseki go court. Bang, bang, bang. Easy. You now understand that? Now, I think day before yesterday, Obaze come out. Obaze carry Mati Udueyekeme. Na Udueyekeme na Obaze carry. You get another one where the APC. that one that they call am DVD. I don't know him name. Whether na Aswan be him name, I don't know. DVD. Now one go Senate for APC. You know this now, never show to now say they don't throw away Urogide now. Because now that now the people where Edo South, Edo Senatorial District, that southern part, people where they represent her, they send me first start with the senator. Now people where they represent her currently, now Urugide. Obaze coming out on that day, yesterday, show say governor carry Matu Iduayekeme. Then APC, the leaders, some leaders there, that they carry DVD oil. Question when I want to ask. Now, where DVD oil first work? Because you get petrol station. Illiterate people, they get petrol station. Waiting one go talk for Abuja, where people go they make, where go they sponsor be, they're not going to even read paper, don't just the talk. Waiting people like a DVD go talk there. Because you just get petrol station, that qualify you to come be senator. Now here they want to go sell there. I've been at petrol, they want to go sell there. My people, this is a question where they talk. The truth, I think I say retired dad don't talk, say all those men are dirty games. Real dirty games. Now really one, pure one. Obaseki, we are on governor. We go Okagbe. Just imagine such a thing. It just show now say, nah, Udoye Keme, now it be say they go concentrate resources on, make them make it be senator. The reason why I talk am, by the time we show more like they pursue Obaseki, Udoye Keme go Abuja, go take funds into one do governor, so that at the end of the day, he go drag and because that one too, he go automatically get a ticket to vote for Obaseki when it was said they hold the Congress there. At the end, he go come step down for Obaseki. So now another dispensation don't come now. He don't dey prepare to become senator. So if we now know all this one, if we now know all this problem, why be said then go waste people time, waste the scarce resources, money wey dey ground, then begin the user take do election. Since you know so you get somebody where you want put, what is the point? What is the point of running election? The whole thing never start. To me, be like say Obaseki want plant your own men, people there again. This now the thing where in kick against. I know say son of man what will be name? Wike, he talk if you want structure, where are your local government? You're supposed to use your local government. You don't turn around now. But you forget, say those people don't come back on her. Danobi, if you like, make you give Danobi 10 billion today, you dash her. Danobi not go take in penny, may take sponsor anybody for politics. I know that one for sure. Danobi, now I don't know where it come from. Not being get a donut. Person will get a donut, now show mole. Obaseki now they do all these things, they deceive people. They say when he finish, he go give it some people. I assure you, my brother, with all the things where they happen, so you thought so you know one Godfather, and now you don't taste that sponsor Godfather. So how can I believe you now? When me I know say Asian people, without the help of Benin people, Edo South, Asian people cannot produce governor. Whenever they see people will come out there now, we talk say he want to do governor. or they want sponsor anybody. I do not too clear who get her. But for Nunozedo for Benin area, it's not clear to anybody, not visible to anybody say who get Benin, who be leader for Benin. Because we do Nunozedo will not cooperate. So all these things, now the thing where I want make we discuss today. I want good comrade. I want Omoruyi. I want all those Ishan people make them come talk. This not the time, because if they go farm, now that they know picking way go work. My mind they tell me say, Obaseki, if they find the structure for either Shuaibu or Ogie, where you go hand over for. The way things they go now. Me I for talk say, if they find the structure like my former premise when I first talk, my theory, when I first talk say, Rogide may be your next governor. But with what I'm seeing now, I never see remove Rogide, but I know say, as Doyekeme don't come out, so that shows say there is wahala. Una hear Abatobaze yesterday, say na Rogide. I mean, I say na Doyekeme Matthew Doyekeme. They go for Senate. Una hear now, people never see that video, make them go see her. So, in case you are just joining us, my people, the two way we dey talk here today be say, I want make people contribute to, not let me go talk on. Governor Godwin Obaseki want do local government election. And this local government election where he want organize so now for himself, so that he go choose people where go go council, where go be councillor, go be chairman. Now those people, like all those people now, they get automatic right to vote for primary for Congress for under the old law with the constitution. They said the local government law, the local government election that we want to, now state, now the controller, not be federal. Federal fit give guidelines. So what Obaseki don't do yesterday now or today, he don't go organize people for House of Assembly, 9 members. They're not complete. Make them debate and make them amend the rule. Say, make them not they give 90 days notice. Make them just do an under 14 days notice. My people, is it fair? All this not the thing we're not supposed to see today. For example, those who did diaspora now 2 weeks, they say make them take pass law. Meanwhile, the committee will set may run the local government election, may look into it. Those ones begin to do their work. At the end, we again, where we're supposed to join, they don't remove us. Meaning you don't get people where you don't want to put for local government election. Is this fair? Not stopping there, if they do all these things so that you go take and block Danobi not fit doing you again. Danobi not fit do your Congress. Only one I go do Congress, we go bring people out. But if forget say people they will go carry and go court if ever such a thing happen. Me I dey talk through. Thank you, Rita Adam. He said this is like a gangster. True. Now make me vex. Say you can't do things like that. You are right, Madam Rita Adams. This is just like a gangster. It be like say mafia hijack our political system. We not get input. We not get anything where we want put. Such a thing not good now. This not person will tell us say, you even go tell Buhari, He said godfatherism. He said they don't abolish him for Edo. If he himself, if he do governor, and he come the sponsor godfatherism, make them do and waiting they want to do. 4+4. Talkbarians. Una dey hear now. Not be say when we converse, they talk now. Now say we don't start again. We don't want the best for Obaseki. Politics don't start again. This na the thing wey dey happen now. Somebody wey dey sell petrol, wey get petrol station, wan go Senate. Person wey come from Canada, wey dey we not know the work wey do for Canada, he go Federal House of Representative. Then person wey dey run hotel, wey first go State House of Assembly, that one say wan go Senate. Wage, are we not talking about the same recycling? Are we not talking about recycling? It's just recycling ourselves, recycling themselves, I mean, for there. And these people did there since I do not move forward. These same people won't come again. You go there, you go Senate, you go carry money, you begin to put money for pocket. Then later when you reach Benin, you bring some money out, then not be your money safe. Because for the constitution, anybody with the Federal House of Representatives, with the Senate, they get access to money for their constituency project. And that constituency project, you go talk on. Say, this not the thing where I want make my constituency, make my people will vote for me get. Federal government go prepare those things. They only give you the keys. Go share them for your people. But before then, before this time, so during Obasanjo time, the money that they give them not the big. By the time with them, go to go House of Rep. That money, some of them just use and some of them come they put borehole round places. But this time around, when I carry the money, people go, federal government go just spend the money for their hand. All you do is to go take the keys, share for your people. So all these now the things where they happen will not make our state develop. State will get how many universities where we get? In many for Edo. A situation where every Samagwan Rifrax could come be senator. You get as it be now. You get as it be. You get as it be. I mean, you inhibit popular participation. Better people will want join, they not join. May I welcome our brother, Midwest. I don't call him since. He don't come now. He remain a good comrade. Amorui, Alex, Aken, Engineer Aken. My brother, you are welcome to the show. You are on the show now. Midwest Republic.
Thank you, sir.
Domo, sir. What did happen now? They want to get election what they not do for many years.
God will give us strength. Now, small. We need to be watching, looking after their step carefully. Sure? What is very clear to us is that every move of Obaseki's movie is no longer for the interest of the people. So it's just a calculation to grab some chances for him, for his own self, for his group, and all those kind of things. That's what he's trying to do. So Edo people have to be vigilant. And I will still thank Naija Wash Elvis for the grace that God has, given to him to lead this Naija Wash TV, because yesterday was so great, was so successful. Because if not for we in diaspora, I tell you, this guy would have just sold Edo State, because he's the one that enacted that bill, deceiving Edo people that the solution is that it will create a chance for those people. Yeah. Then he will not tell them not to be moving around. We will give them our land to settle, do their business. Then they will no longer be moving around. You see the trick. So now another one is coming out again now. This local government that they are trying to create, it's good for you to have local government chairman, but all these ones that they are trying to amend the bill, do this, do that, man. It's a little bit worrisome, and we need to be very vigilant. And again, all this committee to set up a electoral something, we don't understand what is going on, So that is what I will take, because I don't trust him. I strongly believe that what is after now is how to fight, because there's already a fight between him and those who brought him in. Just what happened between him and Obaseki Osho that time.
Yeah.
So as far as Danobi is concerned, that one have strategized himself when it comes to the high level or high class of people in that party. On ground, he's not having much weight because we don't have the local government. Now he realizes that the local government would have served the good of Edo people, and they serve, at the same time serve him good if he's to be a good governor. So, but at the same time now, he's not trying to create this group so that he can have some kind of leverage, a way to grasp for certain levels of power. But all the same, Obaseki is no longer there for Edo people. So because there's a lot of issues surrounding him. So there's no way he can do anything for our people again. And he's not also honest to us as a people. We fought so greatly for him to make him a governor. But today he's only fighting for himself. We don't know where he's facing any longer. Even those that are supporting him, you see, most of them are even quiet because they don't know what to say. What are they coming out to tell those people? What is going on? Nothing.
Yeah.
It's a strong issue. We need to be very vigilant to look at this. Look, what is the purpose of this local government election?
My brother, Midwest, my take be said the reason why I do it is to smear or smoke Danobi out. This not the two way me suspect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is it, pa. Because
that is what is happening. Is to we want to do so that Obaseki, Danobi not go get any chance.
Epa, a local government, Natana, this one that we are saying, is it not our people that is going to vote for those people?
Then not be saying go get structure.
And now they talk so now a party is not going to do it for his party. There's a problem already in the party level. So if you said they should come and do, what if his party lose any local government? What would not happen? If once you start it, all party is going to come at AAC. At least we have to put our weight behind the new party. It's also opportunity for us also. It's going to be a huge opportunity for we that want a complete new party to start taking place in our state. So we don't vote for him because it's no longer there for the interest of Edo people. So we have to watch the aspect that we can also grab as a people. We need to start, galvanizing ourselves. Because if, for example, now AAC
Midwest Republic, 1 second, you not be politician, we know. What he want do now be say, if he get those local government in place now, because why in the rush now, you not look into that. Be say, if he get them, those one will automatically get ticket to the primary.
Yes.
To vote for Congress, for Atiku, for whoever want to take any position.
That is the ones where you win.
Before then go win. Before you do when you do primary now to choose representative, to choose person will go be a flag bearer.
The primary election,
yeah. So now the people will get position for party. Now then they get automatically. So for example, now if you get all those councillors, get all those SSA, create all of them down, those one will bring their voters card, they'll take win, go beat the red party members. You understand?
But that aspect is a little bit complex for me to understand so easily, because if you said now what he's trying to do is that he wants to set up a committee to organize the local government election. But remember, we have so many parties there.
Yeah.
So on his own party, people definitely are going to have the primary. I don't know that you understand. Yeah. Once the election is conducted, we are going to wait for the winner. We are not just going to hang up on that primary election.
Yeah, no, wait. Let me explain them again. For local government election, now state government, now they control them.
Now they organize them.
During like time, they not even do election. They just go swear they in. Because now state INEC, state electoral agency, now they run out, and then you go just give them money done, and now the two talk now then go do not be federal.
Yeah.
You understand? By so doing, anybody will choose come out is automatically, if you choose you say may you go for chairman, you are the chairman. I reckon I'm ready. 9 day power, 9 be governor.
So our people are not going to vote at all.
All those now waste of time. If you feel go now to just go waste your time.
Yeah, now the manipulation aspect we're going to, but that's not how it's supposed to be.
That is how they've been doing it. They're the manipulator. You don't ever see any other party win local government election for since 2000 where the Third Republic come.
It's a serious issue.
Very serious issue. So when you get all those ones, now be saying I ain't get the structure you don't via.
Yeah.
Anything I talk now you go to now then go to do.
Let us also watch another aspect.
Yeah.
Oshomola almost did the same thing, but when time came,
Oshomola do the same thing.
Yeah, but when the time came for his second term of this Obaseki, you see the structure could no longer work for his favor. So this guy also, what he's trying to do does not guarantee that everything will work for his favor. I'm just telling you the truth because a lot of people are fed up already. All this state election that he's doing, as I told you, everybody understand that this one is no longer, his fight is no longer the interest of Edo people. So he's just after other things.
4+4, no one you heard that one. You see one person now that they call Andrew Igbinadolo, he say you na anti Obaseki. This now and the people here where they told that Andrew Igbinadolo, I'm right.
If you call me anti Obaseki or whatever, I'm anti government that is not performing. I don't care to know whether it's Obaseki is anything. They call him a technocrat. They should tell us what makes him technocrat. Obaseki has spent 60 years in government. Let him tell us the number of children that will be starting school next year in Edo State. That is what makes someone a technocrat. If you don't have data to process, how will you make policy? Everything Obaseki is doing is doomed to fail. We have lived in advanced country. It is at time we start challenging these people. Good. If the World Bank want to come and help farmers in Edo State, let Obaseki publish the name of the farmer in Orbih local government or in Oriomo. I am trying to tell you what that technocrat means. I think that guy that is listening, I want to educate you. That's why I switched there. That you don't have government.
Are you there?
If you are there, you listen to me. I say, ask your governor, a technocrat, how many children will be starting school in Edo State next year? If he doesn't know, he's not a technocrat. Ask him, the World Bank want to help Edo State because we have a farming, for example. They want to see the numbers of farmers in Ikpoba, in Orbih local government, Ikpoba local government or Oriomo. Tell him to publish it. The name of farmers, the Ministry of Agriculture don't know them. So you are telling me he's a technocrat. How will he make policy to help you? Now, in terms of education, you don't know the number of children that are starting school next year. How will you make budget for them? They are coming out to tell parents, if you don't send your children to school, they will arrest you. They want 50 pupils in the class. They don't even know the number of schools that can contain children. Most of the schools don't have roof. And you are still clapping for this kind of a man. A governor asking, publish the names of your contractors. You are an Edo person. Your governor is giving the contract to an outsiders of Edo State who will never account to Edo State people. Once he left office, it's over. Is he a genuine person? The government, they said, publish the name under normal circumstances. Every company under construction in Edo State supposed to register with Edo State Commerce. They're supposed to know them. We don't know that. Tell your governor who is a technocrat to publish the money that he has been spending. As far as Edo State money is concerned, the money he was able to accumulate last year, an expenditure that he made, nothing. So we will continue with building road, changing.
Mr. Mori, you don't verse now. So not only anti-Obaseki, according to Andrew Igbinadolo, we have pro-Obaseki now.
Okay.
Mr. Mori, you are welcome to the show as our panelist. Please, discussing here today, they are doing local government election. To me, the local government election, it be like saying now to drive for political witch hunt. And this local government election for the past 2 years, we didn't have it. Now all of a sudden, they said they want to do it. They want to change the law to make them do it within short notice. How do you see that? That's not the real problem. Why would you amend the law? People like you now, you qualify to hold political position for our place. You qualify. If you're assuming you have interest, what time did they give you now to get prepared, get yourself ready without the 90 days notice, which the federal government said? So, my brother, it's your turn. Go ahead.
Pardon, sir.
Thank you.
What talk, Barry?
What?
About talk, Barry?
It's
See, I
Okay,
want to correct
you are
you.
welcome.
I want, brother, is that brother Midwest people?
Now Midwest,
yeah.
don't worry.
Good afternoon, sir. I greet you. I greet everybody in the house, and I greet our highly esteemed audience across the globe. They are the reason for.
You know, greet my two in-laws and Rita Adams.
Oh, okay. I think they are among the audience. That's what I classify as the audience.
You know,
I
say
can't
Rita Adams came for you.
For want of time, I will not be able to mention everybody. I will have first of all mention Irene, the wonderful lady that moderated us the other day.
My in-law.
You know,
now my in-law.
Yeah, your in-law. She did a yeoman's job. She was wonderful.
Yeah.
She was able to bring us. She was able to her intermittent intervention was able to bring us down. You know, where we're becoming aggressive. I was not surprised because she's a woman. They gave birth to us. They know how to time us when we are losing it.
Yeah.
And having said that, you know, I was also made to understand that she's from, I think I just Central, you know, somebody. I did a little investigation and I discovered that I wasn't surprised though. Those people are special and we are wonderful.
Correct.
So my kudos to her and every other person on the comment list.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to mean by our esteemed audience. You know, they are the reason for we can't be talking to ourselves. It will be tantamount to insanity or madness if we sit there and be talking to them. Personally, they are the most important part of this platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, having said that, I want to quickly correct one impression. You called me a pro Obaseki against anti-Obaseki. No, I don't think my brother sitting down there is anti-Obaseki. He could be anti his policies. I'm not sure he's anti-Obaseki.
Okay,
because
sorry, anti-Obaseki policy. You're not pro.
Yeah, I'm not pro. No. That is where I'm going to.
Yeah.
I'm not pro Obaseki. You know, I'm pro what is right, and I'm pro people. That's where people are getting me wrong. Sometimes I find it difficult to speak here. I just decide to be mute because the difference here is if you listen on, have criticized Obaseki a time without number when he was bringing ShopRite to the wrong place. I was the first person to say no. You can't put ShopRite in such a tight condition where there is already traffic congestion. Yeah. Why not put it elsewhere? Ask her to return to open that place, to make that place and to give value to that place, that new place.
I bet my brother, wait 1 second. This person will get Ukraine name, Sivinska at Bagis. Amori is from America. Papa Dua.
I'm not from America, I'm from Edo. I don't like those stereotypes, America, this and that. We were Edo before we could go to anywhere.
Where you live. You say which country are you living?
Okay, it doesn't matter where I live. You should listen to what I say. I don't like
Papa Dua, you will, if you can't come to the panelists after Mr. Amori you talk, then you will phone in and contribute your own because you'll be eager to talk since my brother.
Yeah, okay. I don't so much believe in where I come from, where I live, and all that. I believe in the content of my character, not the color of my skin or my ethnicity. Having said that, I want to correct the impression that I'm pro Obaseki. One thing, there is a difference between some of us on this platform and many others. You know, the idea of the necessary antagonism is not a welcome development. But there's one thing I stand for. If he does what is wrong, I have the courage, I have the boldness, I have the temerity to criticize his policies. But there's one thing I try as much as possible to avoid when people feel maybe we have collected money from Obaseki or maybe we are pro Obaseki. No, we don't. I don't subscribe to incessant attack on the person or family of the governor, DNA of the governor. I wasn't raised that way. Yeah, incessant attack, insult. I don't need to insult his personality to put my message across. There is a bad way of putting a good message across. So it will lose its substance and its meaning. And you get what I'm trying to say, Pa?
Very well.
You have a very good message, but the way you are presenting it, I'll give you an example. There was a day the soldiers and police were killing kidnappers. They took the fight to their den. Somebody came on this platform and was still castigating, Obaseki is this, Obaseki is this. I mean, I'm like, does this person know what is happening? Did they listen to what they are doing before coming here? They are killing kidnappers. They are engaging kidnappers in a serious gun battle. Instead of us be praying for protection for the soldiers that were at the battlefield, trying to protect the interests of the citizens, somebody came here and started castigating Obaseki. I just quickly logged out. I listened for a while and logged out. I knew that person didn't know what was happening. Another day he came. He didn't
for my show. Not for my show. No.
No. Another day he just came. He was just shooting in the dark. Was just shooting out of point. My brother, if I cannot challenge that person, if I advise that person to something down, listen to what is happening, so that you can make a meaningful contribution, and he sees me as a Obaseki or agent of Obaseki, I'm sorry, I cannot help such a person. And I used a term here one day, I was made to apologize. I said ignorant. A professor can be ignorant of a particular subject. A professor of law, a son, can be ignorant of a particular topic if he doesn't know what is happening. It doesn't make the professor an illiterate. There are two different things. And ignorant, to be ignorant is not an excuse, and it's not an insult either. I can be ignorant if I don't know what you are discussing right now. I just jump in. And ignorance is not even the issue. It's not a problem. But when you don't know, you don't want to learn. That is where the problem lies.
Yeah.
No man has monopoly of a day. If I don't know, I ask questions. People produce. That's why you still see professors going to library to study. They still study till they die, because what you don't know is greater than what you think you know.
Yeah.
But if you want to listen because you have made up your mind, nothing good can come from such a person. Hatred, out of bitterness, out of malice, you can never get a balanced discussion. This is my submission on this platform. This is who I remain. I continue to be on the side of the people, like I said the other day. I've been on the side of the people, fighting on the side of the people since I was 12. I've gone to more than 12 police detention, not because I'm a criminal, not because I'm a troublemaker, because I've always stood on the side of the people. Yeah. I'm lucky to be alive today. During the 212 struggle, I was in a bus. The first day we succeeded, we got to Irua. The house of the protest was attacked. The house of the vice president then Akomu was attacked. It was burned. The following day, we were making efforts to register our grievances against the annulment of D12. Yeah. We got ready. We were back going to Uromi, to the house of Aleni, to Ikimi. They ambushed us between Ekboma and Irua. In the same vehicle I was, about 5 people were killed in that vehicle. I'm only lucky to be alive. If somebody comes here to see me as a Obaseki, I think the person doesn't know where I'm coming from. If I had the courage to attack ABB, the most brutal military regime was Abacha. Abacha, he didn't use tear gas on us. The first day was tear gas. The second day, they came with live bullets. We were killed, we were brutalized, we were dehumanized. I always make reference to the current PC chairman. We were detained in the house of Akomu. He was the first person that came to bail me. The second time they came for my arrest, I didn't want the bail because I prefer to be in detention. So if I had the guts to challenge our Abacha and our IBB as brutal as they were, as square as they were, as inhuman as they were, I see no reason why I cannot challenge my own brother and my governor, who is more civil than the military.
I'm G Binadolo. You can hear him now, my brother.
I'm not a pro Obaseki. You know that. I just want to clear that issue. If he does something good, I have the courage to say, Governor, we need more. So much is expected. He
also with me, my brother.
Because of the way he was elected. Edo people made it possible. Edo people defeated the Godfather for him. The Tinubu, the Kateonsas, the Oshomares could not defeat him because he's powerful. But because Edo people stood by him. So this is my grand. I don't have to come here and insult a governor because before I make my point.
But last week, Wike said that he bully and put.
Okay, can I just talk on that Wike issue before we come to the issue at stake?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ipa. I wanted to join your program a few days ago. I think I was rushing to a church program. Yeah. My brother, if you are a governor of Edo, I'm a governor of Delta, for example.
Yeah.
I want to believe both of us are governors, right?
Yeah.
Does any governor, is one governor more superior to another governor? I don't want to join, I don't want to be, if I talk now, they say, bro, Basaki again, we are governor. What right has, what gives Wike the audacity? What gives him the right to bully another governor or another deputy in another state? See, there is a level of decorum expected of public officers.
Yes.
Like, I mean, even at the level of a governor. A governor must not behave like a drunkard or as a thug. If you have been a thug and God has elevated you,
the network.
I'm hearing him.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. It's go on, Mr. Murray.
Yeah, Epa, Domosa. If you have been a thug all your life and God has blessed you and elevated you to be to the position of being a governor of a state, I mean, there's a minimum level of decorum expected of you. Especially when you are in public space.
Yeah.
If there is a crisis between politicians in Edo, politics is what politicians do. Yeah. No matter how you see Obaseki as a technocrat, he has joined them. They are going to, he cannot longer live as a technocrat among politicians, or else they will rubbish him. So he has to be involved in their dirty politics too. So if there is crisis in Edo State, for example, my brother, let's be neutral here. This is how I talk. Even if you call me a pro Obaseki, you cannot stop me from saying the truth the way I say it. It's my truth, not another person's truth.
Yes.
If there's crisis between Danobi and Obaseki, for example, the next aspect of Danobi, Governor Wike, is to come as a mediator, is to come as a, to make a peace among them, to unify the party so that they will be stronger. My brother, when people talk of betrayal, I don't even know who is the greatest betrayer. The last time I checked, Wike was a local government chairman in River State. Orbih, local government in River State.
Yeah.
Wike became a commissioner and chief of staff under Rotimi Chibuike Amechi.
That's right.
Wike was instrumental to the crisis between Rotimi Amechi, and our former president, Ebele Jonathan and his wife. He caused tension between them just for his personal gain, for personal interest and agriculture. Am I right?
You are right.
Okay. Today, he used those tactics. If you need clips of Wike threatening INEC officials, I will kill you. You will not live here. I will send them to you. I will kill you. Tell him I will kill him. Tell him he will not live Port Harcourt. The one from Jos. Yeah, his name is so. I will kill him here. I mean, is that what we are celebrating? All those things can only be celebrated in our nation, Nigeria, not any other place. My brother, I'm not saying Obaseki is perfect. He has his own problem. But then, when we see issues like this, we analyze them the way they are, not taking sides. See, if we are dealing with development, who is doing development? Who is tying road? Who is building bridges? Let's stay put on that topic. So if there are issues, you can't say because the other one is not building bridges, you want to capitalize on that. Do you know the most painful aspect of this thing? He was asking the deputy who is his father, does the deputy need to be the son of Igbele John to be a deputy? No. Does he need to be the son of Aneni before he can be a deputy? Does he need to be the son of Wike before he can be a deputy? Is the deputy a deputy of River State? Is he not our deputy? No matter how good or bad they are.
Yes.
Sir? Okay.
I'm listening.
So what gives him the right? Not even the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has the right to talk to another governor. Because the governor is governing an autonomous state. He's not under presidency. It's not a branch of Edo State is not a branch of River State. It's not a branch of Abuja. It's a state of its own. Yeah. So even if you don't like Obaseki, that office must be respected. He's our governor. For now, no matter what he does, we can castigate him, we can criticize him constructively, we can criticize him objectively, but we have to be unbiased in every analysis we do on this platform so that we'll get the benefits of, the most benefit and the robust discussion. This is where I stand, my brother.
Thank you very much.
While we can be attacking, you know what happened? The one that pains me most. When he realized, somebody told him, his wife is from our state, from Rivers. Do you know what he said? He said it's unfortunate that our people will go and marry ingrate in those states. What an insult! Not just on Obaseki, what an insult on us as a people. Is that the level of decorum you expect of a governor that is aspiring to be either vice president or a president in the next future? People came here and started saying Wike is performing, Wike is tying road, Wike is building bridges. I'm not disputing all this. He's doing all this. He's trying. But the resources too, they are different. That is, we're not even talking about development or resources. Does that give him the right to insult another governor? Does that give him the monopoly of insult? It's lucky I'm not the PA or media representative of Obaseki who will have gotten fire for fire. Thank you. That is enough for Wike. I'm not here for Wike.
Okay. Of politics, you have.
If I may ask, who is the Wike's father? Wike is a lawyer. How many cases has he won? What other business has he done before becoming a politician, apart from political looting? Where did he make his money? Who is Wike to be challenging another governor? You can't put a Wike, no matter how bad Obaseki is. Obaseki cannot be on the same scale with her. If Obaseki condescends so low to the level of Wike aggression, I would disown Obaseki as my governor. You can't pull, we can't, they are too, Obaseki is too classy for Wike. Who is Wike? A local champion. If Obaseki condescends to replying Wike in the same manner, I would have been disappointed in Obaseki. My support would have been withdrawn totally from Obaseki.
Good. Why you are?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you've been in politics for some time now in Nigeria.
Since 1990, I've been in politics since 1992.
Thank you. Can you tell us the instruments of local government election and what they do with it?
Yeah, I think we have a lacuna. We have a problem with the local government election. So long as you allow I have to be honest here. So long as you allow state governors to conduct their local government, we still have a long way to go. There is no way you leave the state government. That is why I see when people blame Abuja, the governors are the greatest problems we have in our country. The problems the governors are creating in Nigeria is more than what the presidency is creating.
Yeah.
May God bless you.
Okay. So long as you allow governors to conduct, that's why when they call for state police, I just now, state police in a sinner crime will have been a very good one because security, like politics, is local.
Yeah.
Nobody can know the criminals in your locality more than you as a Pamonde.
Yeah.
We know the good guys, we know the bad guys while we're growing up. Right or wrong?
Right.
If you say somebody is fighting in a party, we know who can fight. If you say something is missing, a goat is missing, we know who to point to. So that is why security is local. But having said that, the Pamonde, so long as you allow state governors who do not even allow the House of Assemblies to be free, who do not even allow their judiciary to be free. Imagine somebody coming on air, on social, on mainstream media to say, I removed another governor. I was instrumental. I sponsored it. I'm behind it. You're a governor because you have money. You're buying jeeps, you're buying houses for judges, and you're expecting your own biased judgment from them. We have a long way to go in Nigeria. We have a long way to go.
I'm listening because the issue here is that he wants a situation now whereby the 9 members of State House of Assembly to amend the Constitution, and he's giving 2 weeks notice for local government election. So in a way, I view it as a way to smear or smoke Danobi out, to tell Danobi.
Okay, I don't know, Epamode, I don't know how much time we have, so that I don't want to. This is a very broad topic. You know, a lot of things are embedded in this topic. Yes. And it's a very good one. I don't know if I have time to deal on this issue the way it's supposed to be. Can you permit me some time?
Yeah, you have time, mate. You have time. Go ahead and explain.
Okay, sir. Okay. Let's first of all start from the crisis itself.
Yes.
I want to say the crisis itself is unnecessary, it's uncalled for, and it's anti-people, it's not for the interest of Edo people. It's for their own selfish interest. This is not what we want at this time around. What I expected of Obaseki is to do little or no crisis and concentrate on development so that it can be on the side of the people at the end of the day.
Yes.
You know, when we just started this platform, I said it is good for sometimes for politicians to fight. If the governor can take advantage of it, the Edo people will be better off for it. That was how I started. I didn't know they were going to fight to this extent. And this is just the beginning of the fight. Was that fight necessary? No. Somebody came from, Danobi was the chairman of PDP for about 12 good years.
Yes.
The last, is the chairman that has served the most number of years as a PDP chairman. But were they able to get to government house? No. So they needed an Obaseki who was already there to just walk into the government house without casting a ballot.
Yes.
That was a win-win for both parties, right?
Yeah.
So are you saying after winning this election, no matter what you did for him, I don't want to go into the money they collected, into the money that went into their private purse? See, the reason why we cry for these people is just that sometimes I feel our people, you know, we, I include myself, we are so gullible, we are so vulnerable that we try to praise the little things that don't really matter to us.
Yeah.
We leave the object and pursue shadows. We cry for politicians, they are supposed to do what they are supposed to do. So
yeah.
you had your, I don't know how much time we have there, but you had your own candidate. You did your screening.
You and Mr. Midwest Republic, you have all the time. Don't worry, we are here.
Okay, sir. You did your screening. We have the amount of birthdays. We have the Hine from Edo Central. We have Rice Man from Edo Central. These people were prepared. They have spent their money. Only for a few days, Obaseki had problem with Oshomole. Like me, you did not only accept Obaseki. I was wondering that they were able to accept Philip Shaibu at the same time. Immediately, I put a call to some politicians I have on ground. The little boys that were taking me on back in 2007, 2008, today, they are chairmen of their political parties at various levels. So, and I said, what happened? What happened? I knew Edo has paid some billions. I knew something wasn't right. Because you can't expect a major like that overnight to be given to one party. The foundation was faulty. The money Danobi and Co collected beclouded their sense of judgment and reasoning. They could not see the greater need and the greater interest of their party members. They were only concerned about what they could get. Even the aspirant too. You bet the Hamas. I'm saying it here loud and clear. The killer, my brother, the killer from the Riceman. In the era of COVID, Riceman, nobody knew if he chartered a private jet. When there was no flight zone, when there was no flight from America to Nigeria, overnight, the Riceman got to Edo State because he wanted to take advantage of that situation to cash out. So they all cash out. Our money went into their pocket. They did not see the need to negotiate. The Bible says, when the foundation is faulty, what can the righteous do? You took money, you didn't think of your party interests. Now, they have won election. Let's not go into the politics. You supported him. As much as he gave you money, you supported him. You were working for the money he gave to you. You were not actually working for Edo people, working for Obaseki. So who is the betrayer here? Now you have won election. Now you don't want your party constitution, the PDP constitution says the governor is the number one, is the leader of the party. That was what they did, the manipulation they did under Obasanjo. Is the number one leader, party leader in the state. Now, Wike is the number one party leader in Rivers. So you don't want Obaseki to be a leader of the party in Edo State because you think he's a technocrat. My brother, what are we talking about here? I'm not getting it.
But that technocrat just come out that one, man. Which one made him a technocrat?
They are politicians. He's already swimming in the murky waters of Nigerian politics.
They are greed. Just because of their greed. I think so. That's my conviction.
The governors are the greatest problem. The governors and the National Assembly are the greatest problems we have. So let's leave that for another day. Now, you have won election. Are you telling us that you just wanted to use Obaseki to get to government house and dump them? Will any politician in his normal sense is allowed that? You did a bit of Nigerian politics.
Okay, let me ask you one question. No, you said that word dump them. Now, if Obaseki perform well,
some questions too.
Okay, if Obaseki perform well for a now you I'm trying to. Okay,
it will not be good if they use Obaseki to get to the government house. Don't forget, it's not just about Obaseki and Shaibu right now. Obaseki is already the governor. Shaibu is already the deputy. A lot of people follow them from the other side. They collapse their structure. Most of them were already party executives. They made sacrifice. There were sacrifices on both sides. The only people that have actually benefited are even the Danobis and Co that are still making trouble right now. The people that did not benefit, which you first to represent their interest while you were negotiating, these ones have not even benefited anything. Governor has benefited, deputy has benefited, Danobi has benefited. Now they are saying, how do we cater for our people? If you don't do that, those people following them that collapse their structure, or Jesuit to the last chairman of the ward, even there was one that wrote petition against Oshomole from his own ward, Mr. Shao. So those people will also see Obaseki as a betrayer. The tag that he has been given and the stigma that he has been given that will be difficult to wash away. So now they are trying to say, how do we harmonize? This is what they do in Nigeria. You chop, I chop, you bring, I bring. So in my ward, for example, in my local government, the former chairman of APC was made the vice to the existing PDP chairman. Was that not a good arrangement?
Yes.
So now they had that quarter. That was why they could not form cabinet for almost a year. You know, they were dealing dally here and there. They were making arrangements. They were fighting in-house. The only reason why we are seeing that is that they have come to the marketplace to dance naked before Edo people and before the whole world. Now we cannot allow politicians to fool us, and we are clapping for them unnecessarily. It's uncalled for. It doesn't tell us for our people of who we are as Edo people. We are enlightened people. We are educated people. We are socialized people. We are civilized people.
Yeah.
So now, at a point, Danobi and Co, they pretended as if there was an agreement. If you see the lives of Public Secretary of PDP, Chris Enaikari, today is a commissioner. Am I right or wrong?
You are right.
So those were some of the slots that were given to the PDP. Even Danobi brought some commissioners that were inculcated into Obaseki's cabinet. Now, you played another trick there apart from the money collected in Port Harcourt. And Wike was instrumental. He was the supervisor of the Edo money they shared in Port Harcourt. This is my greatest pain. Now you are coming out to tell us Obaseki is not bringing money. Each time you want it to bring money, he complains. He said he doesn't know. Do you want us? I want it to be given to PDP again, as it was given to them during Lucky Gbinejo? Man, what are we talking about here? If Obaseki does wrong, let's criticize him constructively and objectively. If he does right, let's encourage him to do more. So now they were eating our money, sharing their money. We didn't hear them complain. They were laughing. It was joy for them. Now that it is war for them because they cannot share their political loot. We are here taking side. I don't belong to that group. Now you played a fast one on Obaseki. They constituted their cabinet. Most of PDP members, like the Chris Enaikare, who was the former publicity secretary, resigned his position as to become a commissioner. Today is a commissioner in the Edo. After that, again, the list they brought, they agreed on. Danobi is saying no to that list. That list was never submitted to national district. Don't forget, elections are around the corner. They want to come back. Those already they want to come back. Someone to elevate from state to federal. This is what they do. Just the way you do your business. Just the way you do your family. You know, politics is what politicians do. So now they need people are saying he wants to hijack. He wants to take over the house. My brother, that is not true. They are trying to live in peace and harmony. The only way they can. If you say they have come to join PDP, you are still seeing them as a APC. It means you don't want unity of a PDP. No group alone can win this fight. They need each other. They need one another. They need to work in unison to achieve a greater success. Let me even shock you, like a good comrade. Do you know there was crisis, a big one? The PDP before Obaseki came was polarized along the Kimi Igbinejo faction and along the Danobi's faction. So what the first thing Obaseki wanted to do was first of all make that crack that was in their war. So while he was trying to do that, before he now talked of people that followed him, my brother, to me, the way I see politics in Nigeria, I think that was a good and a smart and a calculative move to bring unity and cohesion to the party. So I don't want to go into the genesis of the problem, how he left APC. If he betrayed Oshomole, why did they don't people support Obaseki? Why did they take it as a challenge? Why did they take it as oppression? Why did they take it as Oshomole?
No, but I would like to also challenge you here, my brother. Sorry, I want to put this one here.
Let me know that you will give me your time so that we can
go ahead, Mr. Omori. You will have time to talk more.
This one is just a little tip.
My question, so but let
because what I'm trying to say is this: Obaseki Okay, look at the whole structure very well. If we said he betrayed,
I thought you were asking me a question. You are taking my time now. I thought you were asking me a question. Ask me a question.
Not,
I round up. You
now
talk.
I've given
I listen to you.
You met me here, and I've given you time to talk. I just want to ask, if you don't want me to say anything, then I can tell you to continue.
No, I will learn from you. I will learn from you. I just want to round up so that you can talk and listen to you.
Let's try to put things together. Look, he came to the party and he was having a problem with Oshomole. And those people, the way they understand the problem, they feel someone is marginalizing Obaseki, trying to play the role of godfatherism. And that is why the Edo people queue in. So now look at the whole issue. What is going on in our state because of Obaseki is that there is nothing left to benefit Edo state people. They can't continue to fight, squandering our money, calling this one is bad, Wikil is bad, this one is bad. None of them is of the interest of the people any longer. And you look at the local government, something that they are trying to do now. When you look at this local government, the way Obaseki is trying to rush everything, you understand this is no longer for the interest of Edo state people, rather for the interest of the same Obaseki and his group. So it's a serious matter. We can't continue to see Obaseki like someone that is technocrat. The Edo people put him there. Why didn't he deliver for Edo state people?
He's a politician. He has become a politician.
Get the power of the people to defeat all these people. That's what we were expecting from him. But the truth of the matter is that what Edo state people expected from him is not what they are getting any longer. And the way he does his things, he believes in secrecy. You hardly find out, either at the dying moment, to understand that this is where this guy is going. Sometimes you had it in rumor, but before you know it, on that short period of time, it is real. So you cannot say how did he betray Oshomole. We don't know the kind of complete agreement they have.
Caused this whole problem, my brother. Oshomole was the cause of this. He used his hand to destroy his own house. You don't know. You don't behave like that as a politician.
He picked him based on his own interest, not for the interest of those state people. Also, Oshomole picked him for his own personal interest.
So the genesis of this crisis was caused by Oshomole.
Yes. Because at the first case, Obaseki never, if not for Oshomole, those people don't even know him, whether they will vote for him. There's no way they will elected him to be the governor. There's no way. We have to be sincere. We understand that Obaseki, the family is big in the Benin, is a well-respected family. He came from a well-known family. But this current, the governor, Nogega himself, was not a well-popular person among the Edo people when it comes to Obaseki family. Now we have him as a governor. When you look at the way he's doing his things, he has deviated from the people. This is the real problem here. He has deviated from Edo state people. He has separated himself from the state people. There is no way he's going to manipulate PDP and advance in political career. This is very clear. If you like it, now he's in the last tenure. The people accepted him. They accepted the deputy. They accepted the next position for him. Most of the people, they just gave them a chance to come and occupy their house. Now there comes another problem. If Obaseki want to advance in politics, he's no longer going to be a state governor. Shaibu may be. He may likely become the deputy president of a country, a senate, or go to House of Representatives, which I strongly believe. And I think he has a chance in the party to manipulate this, to maneuver over this, I mean to say. Now, if you look at the people that came in, there is no way they can queue the whole people into all the entire position. It means they just buy the rest people out. Inability to manage this situation is what is making Edo state finance to be bleeding like this. We are not benefiting anything from this government. We need to be sincere. The people gave him the power, and the people expect much from him. If we are to behind this guy through development, through that technocrat idea, and when we call development, it's not by building road, because it's in the better they are building road.
Brother Midwest. Yes. I think we are saying the same thing here. I said, if you can take advantage of their crisis to be on the side of people, do what you're supposed to do and remain, so that your popularity will remain in the soundprint of development in the political annals of Edo people. Let it work for the people so that it will be more popular. That is what I would do if I were in shoes.
Mr. Alois is with us.
Sometimes, when we talk here, people always take it, we are anti-Obaseki, we are this, we are that, we are that one.
No, nobody's anti-Obaseki.
When you look at people that is even quiet, that is clapping for Obaseki.
Midwest Republic, 1 second.
Yes,
Mr. Murray, 1 second. I just want to use this opportunity to welcome aboard Mr. Alois from America. He's joining us today. Mr. Alois, welcome to the to the platform. Hello, Mr. Alois, you'll come back again. Please continue.
Okay.
Please continue. Sorry to interrupt you. Mr. Alois,
Hello?
are you there?
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Alois, go ahead.
Do you hear me?
Welcoming you.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Mr. Mori is talking. We've tried to welcome you on board. Welcome, Mr. Alois. Mr. Midwest Republic and Alois, Mr. Mori, they are talking now. After them, you will come in, please. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Good.
Brother Ali, you're welcome on board.
My brother, you are welcome.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Thank you very much. So before I just give you chance, Mr. Morui, we are almost saying the same thing, but the truth of the matter is this: our governor have been based on the kind of advisor that surrounded him, and most of the time we use this platform to try to talk to him. People always to see, you just ate Obaseki. Those that are clapping for Obaseki are just clapping for Obaseki downfall because he has separated himself from the people, which is the real power that's supposed to push him ahead. Look, yesterday there was a demonstration. Is it not because he's trying to force a bill on the behalf of the Edo State people? Why must he even write that kind of a bill in the first case? To propose that kind of a bill. So to tell you that this guy is like as if he don't have the Edo State people in his mind again, he's just fighting. He believes he can fight through and get to wherever he is not true. Because after 1 year, if he continue like this, I tell you, people will rate him as one of the worst governors that's ever come to Edo State. Politically, he's going to have problems.
Can I quickly correct something there?
Yeah.
Like I said the other day, if we are still talking, the entire bill is not wrong. The anti means against, pro means for. Anti-grazing, we have been clamoring for. We said he didn't do it on time. If anti-grazing bill is anything to go by, which is the original idea behind the bill, I think it's a beautiful bride. The only thing that is not good, like I always say, anti means taking cows away from our street, taking cows away from our farms, taking cows away from our schools, taking cows away from, taking nomads from attacking, giving license to Fulani to move from one place to kill another person, which is a beautiful one. This was my argument with another brother that day. He said the entire bill is wrong. It should be thrown away. No.
Okay, can I tell you something
here? The area that is not good is ceding our land to them. This is what I want everybody to get.
Let me give my own analysis here. The entire SASAT governor went to a meeting. In that communique was there, and they agreed we are going to ban anti-open grazing bill, which he originally turned back upon, and he said he's not going to do. Now he wrote a proposal. The proposal is
let's not miss me, people. He didn't say he was not going to do it. He said he was going to do it. That there was no need formulating a bill that cannot be implemented. There was need for us to do a comprehensive consultation among stakeholders so that we can come up with a more robust and more effective bill. Okay. Point of correction, sir.
Okay, thank you. I would also like to correct you here.
Now,
let me quickly correct him also. Listen, as you said now, it looked very good. He went to a town hall meeting with all stakeholders, and it was in that same meeting he told them he's not going to do anti-open grazing. He's not going to fulfill that anti-open grazing agreement with the remaining SASAT governors. And most of these stakeholders told the governor, you know what? Give us 2 weeks. We will get back to you, because they were so confused about the whole thing. The following day or the second day, the governor was already in Abuja, and from there he said he want to get the money. You understand me now? To fulfill what the president have requested for. Now he proposed a bill. In the bill, in summary now, they are banning anti-open grazing, and on the other chapter, they are giving our land to people. So please, we need to really be very careful about when someone is trying to deceive everybody and make them to look as if they are fools. So we need to tell that person we are wise, because the bill was not.
Let me clear one thing, my brother Midwest. Getting the money, as people are trying to make it look like a criminal activity. No, getting the money could be advantageous to Edo people only if it can be utilized for the benefit of Edo people. There are some programs the government came up with through CBN, giving more money to farmers. Okay. If Obaseki, as an economist, can take advantage of that smartly for the benefit of Edo youth and farmers, to encourage people to go into animal husbandry, it will be a win-win for Edo people. Taking money from Abuja is not a criminal offense, so we have to get that one right. How this money is being utilized should be our utmost concern. That he went to Abuja to collect money or to negotiate with Obaseki, I mean, Buhari should be a kudos to him. But it should not be to the advantage of killers, terrorists who are raping our people.
Okay, let us also look at it like this. The purpose of the federal government releasing the money is to settle his own people. He never say for every state to go into ranching, but to settle some specific what is it called clan or ethnic in the land, in every part of.
What if Obaseki takes the money smartly?
Wait.
He did not do the bidding of the president like what they are doing now. He decided to regulate it for the safety, unity, and peace of Edo people. What if he gets the money? He brings the money to Edo State, set up ranches as they are trying to do right now, regulate it, regulate who gets the license, who is qualified to do it, as is done in Senate clan. Is that not a good advantage for Edo people?
We may see it an advance. Those who gave him the money also have a way of getting their money. So let us.
People know that. That was how we protested yesterday, and you could see the reaction of the speaker. No matter what he had in mind, he was defeated in the court of public opinion. We were able to sway the speaker to our side. He said he cannot even see his father's land to Fulani killers, not to talk of Edo people. He will not advise another person to do so. So if they had something in mind, as they are doing it, let's
talk about the second page. What will make a governor to even enact such second page of settling them in the first case?
I just told you that it's not the anti-grazing bill on its own. It's a beautiful bill.
No. Let us not be confusing our people with that anti, please. There is a clause there that was so dangerous that they should give them 23% of a place to stay.
That's what we fought. That's what we were fighting. That is what they don't want to do anymore. We don't want it. That one is a no. He can't work.
Okay.
He can't stand the test of time. He has been defeated in the court of public opinion yesterday.
But in the first case, if the governor have his people in his mind, why did he even enact that kind of a bill? Putting that kind of clause there.
According to if what the speaker said is anything to go by, he said what they are trying to do is not giving it to anybody. They as one part as the government does not want to give, and they don't want the people, community, to start giving land because of poverty, because of selfish interest to the wrong people. So this is why the government has to come in for the need of regulation for the benefit of safety of Edo people. That was what he said.
I understand you, but you don't get what I'm saying. Don't put the whole government together. You have legislative arm, you have executive arm, which is led by the governor himself. It is that executive
government. You call all of them in one term is government.
Yeah, I'm trying to separate them now. So please just try to listen a little bit. The executive was the one that initiated this bill. My question is, why do they in the first case even pick their pen to write those kind of something? To say 20% of a land should be given to people that they cannot even control, killers and murderers.
It's Mr. Nicholas, you have seen repeating what I just corrected. He didn't say they were ceding the land. That was our impression. That was how we fought for 1 week without resting here.
Can I come in? So long they went from the farmhouse. I mean the stakeholder meeting, and then they went to the state house.
The town hall meeting.
The town hall meeting.
Yes.
To the State House of Assembly for they sponsored the bill on it. That shows to me it's suspicious. Can we at this stage just inform you that it appears we are deviating from the topic. The topic here today is that Obaseki, our governor, is preparing to hold the local government election. Why is it that now? Why is it that it is now that it has come to him, done on him to run the local government election, and that he's doing this thing to smear out people like Danobi, the people fighting with him, for party structure. I would want Al Lewis to come in now to explain that, to bring us.
I have not spoken on that. Can I just speak on that quickly? Quickly, I'll be very brief.
Go on that before Al Lewis. Go ahead.
Okay. Pardon. The local government administration is the most important. It's a unique government because it's the government closest to the people at the grassroots. So this is why you see today a lot of people are lacking. Obasanjo is like concentrating only on this Benin Center, this administrative headquarters. If government, local government chairman were there, they would have been able to take care of the local interests of the people. Now, the local government election is long overdue. It's coming even too late. But like I said before, so long as you allow a governor, a city governor, to use state INEC to conduct local government election, it can never be free and fair. Having said that, I want to correct the impression that he's using it to smite Orbih. That is just in the realm of speculation. That is your own assumption. So it does not stand the test of. It cannot pass validity test. You know, we would not bring that to public domain. This is a cyberspace, so we cannot say what we cannot defend. That is the realm of. That is your own assumption. Your own assumption cannot hold sway or cannot be the interest of the purpose for which they are trying to conduct the election. We clamor for a local government election, and they are here to conduct the election. So the timing, if the timing is wrong, he will be defeated in court because they are laid down principles. Look at what, I'll give you an example. Buhari recently wanted to do one thing. He wanted to remove a certain section of a bill. The court came back to say, no, you have no right to do so. You are past the bill, you are past the bill. The Senate has no right to remove anything from his side. So he has to stand. Another thing he did, there is a time frame for informing INEC of political activities or whatever you want to do. INEC came back to tell them, the time you gave us is too short. We needed 26 days ahead for your conversion, which you did not meet. They have to cancel it. So if Obasanjo is trying to create another law right now, which says that a certain period should be given before, the other party will go to court and he will be defeated, redundant. So people don't go to court in Nigeria. In abroad, a child can take his father or his mother to court. It doesn't mean the child is bad. If the child feels aggrieved, he can go to court and seek redress. This is why we suffer untold hardship. Our rights have been taken from us. We are like a goat have been tied for too long. Even if we are losing, the rope is no longer there. We still remain stationary as if we are still tied. We are not tied. We are not a conquered people. We have our rights. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. On this note, can I ask you some questions?
Yes, sir.
My problem here is that we have a problem of development in Edo. Now you want to bring you want to conduct the local government election, and this local government election, why it's suspicious, why I suspected it is that you've been in politics, you know that these people conduct these things for them to get enough people that will help them out when it comes to Congress. Now, I think the Congress for PDP is in June or so, or pretty soon. So that is why I suspect, because he has done it before. Don't say it's my suspicions, because he's done it before in 2020 when he was having problem with Shomole. With this, I will let you answer it, then we'll go to Al Lewis to give us his own view on this matter.
If the question is, you think he's using it to smoke out Orbih as a revenge mission against Orbih and his crew, right?
No,
is that the question?
To hijack the party.
No. Don't use the word hijack, sir. Okay. What Orbih did in the first place was even wrong. Now, you use the popularity of the governor to get to government house. You harmonize along the line. You brought in commissioners. Your commissioners were accepted. Now, you are saying that list will not go to national headquarters. That was the reason why the national Obasanjo, if you look at Obasanjo's style, administrative style, he doesn't like commissioning project. So for the first time, the national chairman was forced to come from Abuja to come and commission. That was not the reason. The main reason was to come and intervene. I think they used the wrong approach, and he allowed them, that was a fault on the part of that thing. There was no need for that rally. They wanted to let the national chairman realize that they were more on ground, that they have people, which a politician do. The money spent on that day will have been meant for different projects. Now, having said that, he allowed them, instead of taking them to a round table talk in a hotel or a government house, they were there making utterances. If one person speaks, to every action, there will always be a reaction. That was a minus. The essence of the national chairman coming to resolve the issue created more tension and more problem than they tried to solve. That was a wrong move. Now, Deputy spoke, the other one spoke, the other side is reacting. That is why you are seeing Wike all the way from Rivers, which he has no reason to do. He's coming to now. If Danobi is trying to be smart, first time you collected money, you pocket billions, 18 billion, as we were made to understand. You pocket that money, you never talked of the interest of your party. You harmonize.
One second. During 2020 election, you heard Wike said he gave the money to tax collectors.
Just like the tax collector he was referring to. You remember from the beginning, Wike was not for Obaseki. That was even one of the reasons why he removed Secondus as a chairman. Secondus was one of the people that collected money, but he was instrumental for the emergence of Obaseki. He collected money too. That was why Wike became angry and removed him and fired him.
Wike said then they then recommend to him to be the campaign general for Obaseki after they collected the money. That he has to do his work. He never took his bath for 3 days.
Yeah, initially he was not for Obaseki for that arrangement because the time Obaseki came, we can give this one to Wike. If we must strengthen our internal democracy, if we must strengthen our democratic institutions, what Wike stood for at the beginning was right. You can't allow somebody that is just coming from outside because he has the money, to just break into the ranks of the party, and you are jettisoning and removing those that have been laboring and spending their money to put the structure of ground. On that ground, I did that to Wike. Wike was very instrumental there. That position was a good one. If we must strengthen our internal democracy. But I ask you the question, is there actually any difference between APC and PDP? The answer is no. So, now that they have come together, later, Wike made up his mind to campaign for Obaseki, which was good. So, now they have won. I think the greatest problem here is how to share their victory, how to be magnanimous in their victory, which is very important and key to the unity of the party and to the progress of Edo development. So, if you are at a point you harmonize, you pretended as if you agree on the harmonization, they took commissioners from you. After giving them commissioners, you are coming back to say that that list is not recognized. You will say, went as far as sending somebody to court. A court just ruled a few days ago that thing is illegal. It's actually illegal before the court. Only a political solution would have been okay to welcome such harmonization. In the court of law, you cannot stand the test of time because those people were elected for 4 years. They have to run their tenure. The only thing it would have won was to use a political solution to solve it and not send an amendment list to INEC, our national headquarters, PDP in Abuja. That was the method they wanted to use, which Danobi and Wike kicked against. So, if you kick them out, they have to kick back. To every action, there's a reaction. He has to do local government election to plant his people at the grassroots. Simple as ABC. Simplicity.
When he doesn't have the structure.
Okay, he can decide. Let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you how Igbeneghu and Ezeyamu defeated Osumbo. Politicians are very corny. You can't predict them. When Igbeneghu was about leaving office, it was very obvious that he did not perform. He was not popular. So, and then he wanted one Ugbesia from Ubiaja. Ugbesia, the senior Ugbesia, John Ugbesia from Ubiaja. While Obasanjo wanted Osumbo as his in-law. So, while Igbeneghu was about leaving, the Yamu and Co, the greedy politicians we have, after 8 years of Igbeneghu, Yamu wanted to continue from where Igbeneghu stopped. And this same Yamu was seen as the de facto governor during Igbeneghu. He was seen as a person who never allowed Igbeneghu to perform, who was deeply involved in the looting of Edo resources. So people were not comfortable with that arrangement. You know what he did? They stayed in PDP. They were in PDP. They never crossed. They never went anywhere. They stayed in PDP and destroyed PDP from within. See, I was very instrumental. If I want to support any politician or any party, APC would have been my party. Oshomole would have been my man. Because I started supporting Oshomole right from his days as the national chairman of NLC. We were the youth wing. We were the student wing of NLC on campuses. We were the reason why Oshomole was so popular in his protest. All the protests he did from Ojota to Yaba, I was involved in those trekking. He does walking. I never knew he was using us for his own selfish interest and personal aggrandizement. So what did they do? They went up. They prefer to support Oshomole during the election. I was instrumental to those arrangements. I'm not just saying anything for people to hear me, as some people do here. Whatever I tell you, people are listening to me. So they stayed in PDP. They destroyed PDP from inside. Somebody wouldn't have been able to win, given the demography. The northern, I don't want to be tribalistic here. If you look at the population, it would have been difficult from a person from Oshomole area to win, gubernatorial election in those states. So the lucky Igbenedion and Izeyamu was already saying no man is God against Aneni. So they took advantage of the crisis between Aneni and Obasanjo. No matter how tactical, no matter how smart Aneni was, he could not challenge his principal, who was your Obasanjo at the time, a former military government, and the only person that has been privileged to be a military ruler and a civilian president, just like Buhari. So he could not challenge Obasanjo. So Aneni came to us in a meeting. He was almost sharing chair. He came to us in a hall, Ali Hall. He said, when he came, we were clamoring for him, we were clapping. He said, no, nobody should clap. Everywhere was cold. That was the day I knew people could move. Human beings could move like spirit. Nigeria worship human beings unnecessarily. They fear human beings more than God. Only shh he made. Everywhere was quiet. He said, I have 2 minutes with you in this hall. And I have 3 minutes with the caucus elsewhere. We have decided to choose our candidate. We have decided to choose from Eastern West. Osubo is our candidate. Tears were almost rolling down his cheeks. He just left everybody. When they were clapping, he said, shh, with another sheet, everywhere was cold. That was how Osubo became the candidate of PDP. But his Yamu and Co. faction and the Igbenedion, they were busy sponsoring Oshomole. Oshomole never had money when he came to Benin. He was not having a house of his own. We rented house. He forced house. Oshomole stayed in Benin for him. So the Igbenedions and Co. rolled out the money. Why the Yamu and Co. came with the criminal tactics, political tactics to upstage, to work against their own party. So anything is possible. Obaseki and Deputy can remain in PDP and decide to sponsor candidates from other parties and they will win over 1 million. So long as local government elections be conducted by state INEC, which is a very wrong move. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And Mr. Alvarez, go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, you are coughing like Obasanjo.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you very well, loud and clear.
So I've been listening to the 2 gentlemen a while ago. So before I just go to your topic that you are discussing now, so let me just go back to Mr. Midwest when he spoke about the headers and the farmers. I think he said there are some good things in the bill, which he mentioned, and the other gentleman was against it. I think personally, the problem with Nigeria is that we tend to use problem to solve problem instead of seeing a problem and devise a solution for the problem.
Midway didn't say anything is good in the bill. Oh. Everything in the bill is satanic. So I don't even know why this coming out at all.
What about the removal of, what about the stoppage of automatism?
So you cannot say everything in the bill is bad. If everything is bad, they wouldn't take it there. I think that's just an overstatement.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, my brother. God bless you.
So you have to understand one thing today. The reason I say in Nigeria, the problem today is that when we see a problem, instead of devising a solution to create opportunities, we use that problem to create more problems. That is why the country is not moving forward. A lot of the Western countries,
they use it to create problems to benefit the politicians. So that's why we are not going forward.
Whether it benefits politicians, it benefits politicians everywhere in the world. It's not only Nigeria. Politicians.
It doesn't benefit the common man. That is
every country in the world. Even in Europe or in America, politicians benefit. It depends on the level of benefit you're talking about. So don't say the politicians don't benefit in Europe or in America or in Britain. They do benefit. They do benefit. So what am I saying now? What am I trying to say? When we, at the moment in Nigeria, you are complaining about no refineries, no oil, no this, no that. But we people don't always look back why we got to this problem. Now, part of the reason you are not having refineries and investment in the oil sector is because there was what you call the petroleum industry bill. It was there for more than 20 years. because of politics like you people are doing in the case of farmers and herders crisis now, the bill was not passed. For 20 years, investors refused to invest in Nigeria. Companies refused to bring money to build whatever you call refineries and whatever, because there was no legislation to actually help them to do it. Now, again, if you go to the auto industry, for example, now, you have the likes of Daimler and BMW. You have established plants in Ghana, because they've also set up an auto industry bill. Nigeria refused because of the same politics that you are playing with farmers and header crisis. That is the problem. You are calling for jobs, calling for investment. But when you try to create law to solve all these problems, you all look at the bad side of it, looking at the good side of it. Now, you look at this situation of farmers and headers, or what you are saying about now, there is a national livestock transformation plan. That plan did not say Edo State must set up a ranch. It never said Edo State must set up whatever things for the headers to have or allocate land. It never said so. So what the plan said is that there were a couple of states that was to be used for the pilot program. If you look at what it says, you have states like Adamawa, states like Bonu. So it's a couple of northern states to be used as a pilot for the program. Now, those states agreed to do it, which is fine within the northern people. At the end of the day, 90% of all the livestock owned in Nigeria today is owned by the Fulani ethnic group. So that is on record. Now, why is states like Edo State and Delta State or River State or whatever trying to key into this ranching or key into this livestock situation? Naturally, Edo State is not a cow producing state. We all know that. Edo State is a transit state. So when you become a transit state, cows are bound to pass through your state and cause this problem that you are talking about now, go into farms, cattle rearers coming to cause havoc and everything you're talking about. But the Edo State government voluntarily decided to go into this program. There are many reasons you could say he went into there. My friend said was saying that it's for his selfish interest. I don't think it's selfish interest. Number one, like I said, the cattle coming from Lagos to Benin. If you don't want the headers in your state in Edo State, I'll let's say to Mr. Monde, if you don't want cattle in Edo State or headers, the first thing you Benin people need to do, number one, stop eating cow. Do a national campaign that all Edo man should stop eating cow if you don't want cows to go through your state. You are in the center of a transit position. So you have to go that. Now, the governor has realized that okay, now there is a livestock transformation plan. What do I do? It's gone there. One of the reasons you have this bill is to curb that violence. And I'm not saying the bill is going to curb it. It's to curb it if it's properly implemented or it's properly done. And that's the reason you have bill, which is a good thing. Another reason you are trying to kill into it is to actually get money from the federal government. The federal government will contribute 80% of the money to be used to develop these ranches and whatever. And don't also stop there. You also have to look at other benefits as well. If you look at states who have set up these ranches, like Kaduna State has been able to attract investment from one of the biggest dairy food manufacturer in the world, Ala Food. I don't know if you live in Europe. They are one of the biggest, Ala Food. Ala Food, yeah. They've been able to bring about $50 million to Kaduna to set up a ranch because there's a law existing to set up a ranch to produce dairy and milk and everything because a law is existing. Also, if you go to, I think there's another state like that. I think Nasarawa State has been able to attract 400,000 euros from the Dutch Development Agency to carry out initial feasibility studies. So when people are making laws, they are not just making laws because they hate the people or they want to do this, they want to do that. The question is the state government doing the law to benefit the people? And don't also forget, in this law that they are saying, if you look at the livestock law, the Rugal law never said Abuja will come and manage that ranch you put in Benin or whatever hectares say they are allocated to these headers. The law never said you should give it to the northern headers. You can set up the law and say 80% of the headers here are to be from Edo State. Nobody is going to stop you. There is no law that stops you to say 80% of all the headers here has to come from Benin. No law stops you. So if you even look at what the law actually says is that Edo State will have to set up a livestock transformation office, then set up a committee to oversee it, and that committee has to be appointed by the state. It's not even from Abuja. And then you can invite interest group into it. So there's so many benefits, and there are states who have already have this kind of farms. If you go to Kwara, I think somebody mentioned the other time, you've got the Shongo farm in Kwara, which has done a good work in terms of livestock rearing. Then you also have in Adama Sebore farms. Then you have the Nagari integrated farm in Nasarawa, then Zaidi farm in Niger State. Don't forget, cattle business is big money. So it's left for the state government to be able to create a law that will help the people at the same time create investment and money for the state. If you are saying don't set up ranches or whatever, we don't want, you're actually driving jobs and investment from the state. That is the simple truth. That is the simple truth. That's all I just want to say about the cattle headers and whatever. So I don't want to go into it too much. So I think you were asking me about Ms. Obaseki and about hello?
About the
About the local
local government.
I think my take on it, Obaseki and PDP, is that I am not going to blame PDP and I'm not going to blame Obaseki, because at the moment you have two people who are trying to show to itself that I hold the stronger ground. The government is trying to say that, and the PDP is trying to say that. So if we just go back a little bit to the history of the whole thing, I think where the problem started from when Obaseki went to PDP. I think the issue is that they always say in Europe or in America, when you are a governor or you are a chairman, say you win your election today to be governor, you start campaigning or you start preparing for your re-election the next day after winning the first election. So Obaseki did not do that. So maybe because it was handed to him on a platter of gold by Oshomole, he decided not to. Now, if you look at the history of Nigeria, every governor who has decamped, can you tell me one that has decamped 1 month or 2 months to election? Can you tell me one?
No.
So all of them decamped, at least if you look at the man in Benue that decamped to PDP during Buhari time, 2 years to election. Or 2 years. A lot of them. The reason you
I don't want that one did is Sokoto Tabua, but that was a charge of circumstances, though. That was a special case.
Yes, so you decamp at least minimum of 2 years to election. Why do you decamp at that time? And what you create for yourself is that you have time to take up that structure. Because there's no election, those people you call it Danobi wouldn't have interest because you are powerful at that time. You have time to create it. So Obaseki actually went to PDP from a position of weakness. It was a position of weakness. Whether you like it or not, he was very weak. So he went to PDP. PDP was in a position of strength. So when you go and negotiate from a position of weakness, they will use you and they will get everything they want and you get nothing. That is what you are seeing now. So he went to PDP, or they say, okay, pay this money, we'll give you this ticket, whatever. That was it. Because he was very weak. He went there at the last minute, which is very wrong. So normally when you decamp or you want to go to a different party, you have to get a year or 2 years for you to be able to build that structure. That's what happened there. So for this local government election we're talking about now, for me personally, I don't really care about local government election in Nigeria because there is no local government election in the first place. There are no local government election. Local government election in Nigeria only exists in 2 states in Nigeria. Abuja and Kaduna. Those are the only 2 states that exist. Because in Abuja, it's connected by INEC and it's very transparent. Then in Kaduna, they've done a system whereby they use electronic voting, whereby you vote, you see the results. So those are the only 2 states. The rest don't conduct local government election. So the fact is, maybe Obaseki has seen it that the PDP are not letting it in. And decided to say, okay, let me conduct this election and let me have some of my friends in position, which to me is right on his own part. He has a right to do that. But at the end of the day, he should have known where he was going to go into the PDP. The PDP, we all know that they call them people deceive people, they call them different names. They can never be trusted. The same PDP that is saying they went to court to say you cannot dissolve the executive that is elected for 4 years. I don't know why you go to court to go and seek a ruling when there is no case. So the judge gave them the ruling that they are there for 4 years. But if the PDP is not a very deceptive or a very barbaric group of people, the same PDP elected their national chairman. And they said, if the presidency goes to the north, the national chairman will step down. So if it can apply to your national chairman, why can't he apply to the state executive?
God bless you, sir. God bless you, sir.
So why can't he apply? I'm from Edo State. So
I'd like to get your number. We have something in common. We have something in common: truth and unbiased critical analysis. Thank you, sir.
So if he can apply to Abuja, why can't he apply to Edo State? So you have to look at it both ways. That Obaseki went to a party, should have known the antecedent or the history of PDP. That is what they are.
But let me also ask you a question.
Yeah.
Did Kaduna State wait for Abuja to make their own electronics? Why can't Edo State government copy that of Kaduna?
That is what I'm saying to you. I said there's no local government election in any state, but at the end of the day, it's not boils down.
But you said two states. You said two states.
Yes, it now boils down to the individual government.
So why can't we emulate the one that is good?
Mr. Midwest, to be honest, my brother,
why can't Mr. Technocrat emulate that kind of
emulate the one that is good, because we have a technocrat.
Listen, my brother, you have to ask your governor. So that is not my question to answer.
Can I come in there, please? Can I come in there for a second?
Okay. Go ahead for a second.
Bro, what is the name of this beloved brother? Alois. Yeah, we need his number later, please. I need his contact. We have a lot of things in common. To answer your question, Mr. Midwest, even if, see, I'm not here as a politician. We're not talking politics here. We try as much as possible to be objective and constructive, even when we are not perfect. Even if Obaseki has the mindset of doing, see, if you look at his policies, Obaseki, he does not like the will of PDP. See, the reason why he didn't go to PDP, let me give you a little historical perspective of how Oshomole came.
No, you answered that question. Now you are switching again. You didn't answer. You wanted to answer the question.
I want to give you a historic perspective so that you understand it better. So while Oshomole was roving around, we knew he had a voice. We knew he did not have the money. People like Obaseki made contact, used their network of influence to raise money. There was a wide range of consultation. Professionals met all over the world to say there must be a change from this PDP style, a share the money style, no alternative style. People were tired of PDP. I was a victim of PDP impunity. So we all came together to labor to channel to bring Oshomole. People sponsored Oshomole to come. So when he came on board, Obaseki and his friends were one of the people that sponsored him financially. And the Benin just cranked it up, and there was a victory. Now, even if Obaseki didn't like PDP before, the way he went to PDP was a child of circumstance. And again, I want to correct my brother. He was very analytical, very straight to the point. But I want to also disagree a little that he didn't negotiate on the point of weakness. A governor, as we know today in Nigeria, they are powerful. They are more powerful than you think. So on that ground,
look at what I said. What I say in the negotiation from a point of.
But you people didn't even answer that question. Why didn't they?
I'm coming to the question. I will answer you now. Let me answer you, please. Yeah. Let me answer you. Now, even if he has the mindset of even doing what is right to deepen our democracy at the grassroots level, not the way Obaseki, not the way the Danobi and Wikes are trying to humiliate him right now. No politician can do it. Not even politician from heaven. Thank you, sir.
No, we need to be sincere. Look, you
should allow them to take a political government for him, instead for him. After his tenure, he should go and resign, retire the way you people are seeing him here. He should just leave.
Not that. My question.
Nobody does that, my brother.
See, the area I'm trying to talk about, like this one you are explaining, I understand you quite very well. What I'm trying to say is this. There are two states that can organize a local government election perfectly because one is having a neck and the other one is having a digital system. And we have a technocrat. He refused to structure his place into technocrat level, into digital level. So are you going to blame ordinary, like people like me who's analyzing this issue like I hate him, or maybe I'm not trying to say the truth here? So you have a governor. Now look at from beginning to the end, only fighting. And those people are not benefiting anything. Now, this local government that is not coming is coming as a result of selfish interest again. So if you look at the two parties, they're just the same. There is no differences between, you can't even point to one thing that this one is better than this one. Even for me, if there is any disappointment in politics that I've ever experienced in my life, it is the current government of Edo State. Because when it came into power, why the power that brought him to power is the power of Edo people. Not because Dan Orbih was there. Not because...
I can agree with you a little bit, because if you point to Lagos,
because it's not. It's not because listen, it's not because Wike. Excuse me a little bit. Not because Wike was there with him. Not because Oko was stand for him. It is because Edo State people said, "This is what I want." Why is he turning away from the people and trying to pursue shadow? This is the he have to ask a question here.
Listen,
the
listen,
people,
Mr. Midwest, you've asked your question. Mr. Alois, continue.
Listen, you have to understand a couple of things. Yeah, like you spoke about Wike, you spoke about Baseki. So at the end of the day, there are things you need to understand. If you have programs to offer to the people, you won't be diverted by the Wike comments or the Danobi comments. If you have policies, you have programs, you have different things for the people. So I think the issue with Obaseki, I could say, is a case of he's promised too much and he never put into plan how to achieve any of those promises. Now, the reason I said to you, I wouldn't take side with...
In a way, he coined the Edo. Is that what you are saying?
What I'm saying is that the reason I wouldn't take side with Wike or take side with Obaseki, because if you look at what Wike said, if you like, the first time you guys analyzed it on the Niger Watch, I was watching Midwest Republic with the chairman of the company. He was saying, you are writing it down, you are writing it down. If you take it line by line with what Wike said, there is a lot of element of truth in them. That is a simple reality. So at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I don't want to beat the governor within it, because if I beat him now, he's already been beaten in the public square. There's no point for me to beat him again. What we are saying is that
you go ahead and say what you have to say, please.
No. What I mean is that I'll take one of the things he said here. Let me just take one of the things he said here. He talked about the Benin art, that he wanted to take the Benin art. The Palace Association taking it from him. So if you look at the Benin art, for example, now a lot of Benin doesn't understand why Obaseki today never spoke about it again, because what Wike said was in a way right. So the issue of Benin art, you took Benin art from Oba Palace by the British. It was taken from the palace and taken to United Kingdom. So some of these people have agreed to return some of them, not that they are going to return everything. You as a governor, the first thing you have to do is to actually liaise with your royal father and say, Daddy, how do you want this thing to be done? How do you want it? It's your property. But instead, the governor went a separate way. He went to set
you are not having something here. He actually went there. They agree. That's why they call him a betrayer. It's Syria one. They agree.
Wait, let me finish. Let me finish. I'm not saying that. Let me finish. Let me finish what I'm saying.
Okay.
I never said they didn't speak or they didn't consult. What I'm saying is that
they agree. They agree what to do.
Yeah,
don't miss that word, please.
Consult. I never said they didn't
consult.
They
agree before he starts his own. So that aspect is very unique. We need to understand that aspect. When we agree together.
Listen. If somebody come to your office, you talk to him and say this is the way they will do it. He says yes. It doesn't mean that he agreed. Just said yes and left you there. So you understand?
No, so listen, not office. When I
finish. Wait, hang on. Let me finish. If Obaseki agreed with the Oba of Benin, why did he go and set up his own different company? If he agreed,
that's why they call you Syria betrayer. That's why they call you Syria betrayer. So let's forget about that one.
Just said yes.
Our brother said we should not use the platform to go to that aspect. So let's forget.
Just Republic. Let him talk. Let him talk. He's explaining something. He never insulted the palace.
Okay.
So he's gone ahead to set up a different company. Now, if you look at that company he has set up, the company is headed by the man that he and me run a business together, Afri Invest, Philippi Henacho, which both of them run it. Henacho is not a Benin man, doesn't know anything about Benin art. Now, what is the program of that company? They said they will take the art from Germany or from whoever and hand it over to the company they set up with Philippi Henacho. They will take it and keep it in their own custody. They are not stopping there. Then they will then go away and go and raise money to build a museum. Now, you have the artwork in your custody. Then you want to go and borrow money from investors to build a museum. That means you are going to borrow against the art to build a museum. That is what he's not telling you, the people. That's what
and sidelining the rightful owner, the entire Benin people out of it.
Forget whether you are selling Benin. If you are an investor, somebody say I want to build a museum with this art, you say okay, that is the collateral. The art is the collateral. Now, me and you know that everywhere in the world, museum doesn't make money. Why should you start from a place of borrowing money to build a museum? Now,
he made money, but he never create too much employment. He made money.
Listen, you are the state governor.
Let him land.
You are a state. Listen, my brother, museum doesn't make money in any country in the world. Go and ask. It's been subsidized by the government. So at the end of the day, if you have a project like this, the first thing it should have done was that we have a federal government. This is a national asset in a way. You liaise with Abuja and say, okay, what can you do? And you start from there. Then you start, okay, federal government, okay, force them and they can make some money available in the budget to start the foundation of the museum. Then from there, you can raise money from different states. They all know about the history of this art. But don't start from a position of going to go and borrow money from investors and give it to your own company, which is totally wrong. Okay, the few ones they have returned, are they not in the palace? As somebody go and store them there? So you have to understand. So when I said Mr. Wike has some point when he was saying, he had point. So you look at the issues. If you want to look at the politics, obviously Wike.
Okay, talk about the contractors also. The names of contractor in those days.
Yes, Wike personally, to me, we all know that he's a very flamboyant. He loves to talk. Sometimes he says things that he's not supposed to say. That is there. So I don't respect him for that because he's very insultive as well. He has insulted a lot of people, including his own traditional chiefs and whatever. I said on this program the other day that all Wike does is to pay judges so that they will give him judgment, building houses and everything for him. It's not my kind of person, but I'm looking at the issues. So I'm not going to judge his personality based on what happened. I just look at the issue. That's what I'm saying. So in terms of contractors, what will I say? I always go back to other states. If you see Lagos doing one contract, tying one road, you see the trailer behind them. This is Julio Berger. This is Cetraco. They will tell you, they will say, this project is 18 months to complete. If you go to Enugu, the same thing with that gentleman governor in Enugu is working very hard. Igboma is a very good governor. One of the few governors who are very quiet, but is really working hard. So
is he Enugu?
Enugu State, Enugu. Okay. So the guy works well. So it depends on the way you want to see. So it's Obaseki's his own style is different, which is to say, to me, I've said in this program before, it looks like it's a one-man government. That's the way I see Edo State. It's a one-man government.
Yeah, right, it's a one-man government.
So everything is going through one man. So like this issue of you talking about local government and everything like this headers crisis. You started this program. The fundamental problem that we have, like you're talking about Ronigbe, people being raped and everything, is the fact that the governors are not allowing the local government to exist. That is where the fundamental problem is. You are the governor. You are sitting there in Edo State in Benin City. You don't know what's happening in Ronigbe. But when you have local government, these people are able to know who is in their community. They're able to set up apparatus to look after things.
If I may come in here, look, the real problem we have is that the state government they have been unable to, structure the local government to function as a local government for the people.
No. It's not that the state governors are not be able to structure it. They don't want it to function. They don't want it. It's not that they won't be able to.
They are able to do it that way because they are unable to structure it. Let me quickly put in something here, please. Now, if you look at the local government as a whole, just you try to picture something with me.
Yes.
The only thing they have to offer their people is no more than borehole and building market. The money is gone. And most of the local government end up in debt. And that is the real foundation. The real problem we have is this. If you look at the state itself, the state makes sure that the Ministry of Finance is not independent so that they can pocket it and misuse our money. And the local government follow the same step. So at the end of it all, the state governor will now realize, I haven't given this allocation directly to local government chairman. A lot of money have left the state purse. So they are not happy over that. They are just like a bunch of criminals together. And when they look at the way they share, one will feel my own is too small. This is the problem we are having here. The local government is not functioning as a local government.
I think you are pointing a problem to the local government. The problem is not the local government. The problem is the state governors. The local government are
That's what I'm saying. Listen, I'm not saying the same thing. You didn't get me clear.
Yeah.
For example, if the state Ministry of Finance today is independent, it means automatically there will be a transparency and accountability. And that will become a big problem for the state governor himself to start looting the state. And it will also become automatically a big problem for the local government to loot the local government. But here come a governor like the one we have now. The Ministry of Finances belong to him. They cannot tell us what they are doing with those state money. They cannot publish it. There's nothing. So if you have a local government chairman, you start giving them the monthly allocation to function as a local government, you will see more money will be going out from the state purse. The state governors don't like this. This is the problem we have.
I disagree when you say money is going out of the local government purse. Local government are there.
Not local government, the state government purse. When you start giving local government money, the state is a lot of money is going out from the state.
Mr. Midwest, can I come in here? Can I come in a bit?
My brother, if you look at the allocation, there is a percentage for the states. There's a percentage for the local government.
There's a call from you from America, Mr. Alois. Go ahead, my brother.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
I haven't tuned on to you, to your program. I don't know the program you are featuring now. I just wanted to call you on personal note. So, are you on air?
Yes.
What is the program that is going on?
Edo State local government will soon be heard to dislodge Danobi.
Not to dislodge. Correct that word. That is your own assumption. Don't use that on That is the realm of, that is your truth. That is your assumption, not even true. It cannot stand validity test in the court of public opinion.
I'm following your program. So
we are still on. Follow it now.
No, okay. Can you send me
a program away?
I want to reach him.
And not by the screen able door.
Let me try him again.
Okay. Go ahead,
Hello?
my brother. Yeah.
Hello. Look at what I'm telling you, that the state governors don't want the local government to function. Yeah. So when that money comes from Abuja, naturally it should go straight to the local government purse. Because the constitution says there's a joint state and local government account. So when the money goes there, the governor seizes the money. He puts it in his own account and holds it. Now, what do? They don't want those local government chairmen to do projects. Don't forget, under the government of, I think it was Lucky Benedion, there was one local government chairman that was always winning the local government chairman of the year in Nigeria, whether once or twice, Barrister Henry Dagbo. Because local government chairman, he was tying road and doing projects. So these governors don't want you and somebody else to take glory with them. It's not just local government chairman. If you look at the judiciary, the bill has been passed in Abuja a long time ago by the federal government that the judiciary should be fully autonomous and independent. But the state governors refuse to implement it. So what they only implement is what, like the state police, that's what they shout for because they want to beat their opponent. Those kind of things. Now you are talking about restructuring that Nigerian keeps saying. I keep saying to them, if I was sitting in Abuja, I won't do restructuring. If I'm the president of Nigeria, if I'm sitting there, I won't do restructuring. And do you know what I will say to these people? I will tell the state government to go and restructure their state first before asking me to restructure Nigeria.
That's what Buhari told them.
Because these people, all they are interested in is they are in their head, and you know what they think is restructuring. Federal government will take 20%, they will take 80%. That's what they want.
They are greedy, they are criminals, they are looters.
70% of Nigeria problem is not Abuja, it's the states. That is the truth, but people keep blaming Abuja.
A National Assembly too.
Yeah, National Assembly. Abuja will not come and Abuja will not come and tie the roads in the GROA or the roads in the Sapler Road. These are functions of the state. Abuja only has minimal function in your state, little things to do.
See, the thing I want to say here, please, sorry, I am trying to put this one in. When you talk about state or local government making roads,
yes,
we have to look at one thing here. For over 60 years, these people have been building road. We don't have road.
Yes.
As I said earlier, there is no true government. It doesn't function. If you want them to succeed, whether the local government or whether the state government, the finance ministry should be independent to keep record of what they are doing and how they run this project.
Did you hear what I said just now?
If we don't have this,
hang on. Did you hear what I said just now? I said Abuja passed the law for the judiciary to be independent. financially. The state governors refuse to enact it.
Exactly.
So I don't know what you are saying here. You are saying
again, there's another angle to this issue. If you say on one hand, there's a constitutional conflict here. You say on one hand, local government is autonomous, right? Now, when you bring in the money, why should it come through the state? Why not let those local government?
Listen to the way it works. Listen to the way it works.
It must be so. It must be so because they are under the state.
The Constitution.
Yeah, it should
what
be.
The Constitution provides. Hold on. What the Constitution provides is a joint state and local government account. It's a joint.
What I'm advocating for here, separate. Let it come from federal directly. You know, let that be. If 20% is for local government, let it be so that the local government on their own.
Hang on.
If any state government is trying to take their money, they can go to court and sue. Remember, Second Republic, sir. There was money made for the Bender state. That was supposed to come to oil producing state. But because Ali was not of NPN party, they wanted to withhold that money. Shagari wanted to use their politics to deny Ali of getting that money. You know what he did? He simply, as an educated, smart guy, he simply took federal government to court and the money was released for a Bender state. He wanted to take the money instead of through Ali. He wanted to still sit on the money or take it to the. You remember that case, right?
Yes.
It's two cases. Even there was the one in May Federal Road.
They go to Abuja every day, every month, begging with their accounts. They have begging for funds. We have to restore structure so that we can take care of resources. That will be a challenge. So every region we develop.
Yes, we see the problem is also from the federal government. If they restructure today, then the federal government is going to create a system that will enable accountability and transparency because they are waiting for their percentage. But because the federal government is the one that is going straight to, to mine these resources, and they are getting the money, and they don't do it with transparency, when the money comes down, the same structure went down with that money. And that to local government, the same structure went down. Nobody is accounting to anybody. That's the
Brother Midwest. Lack of accountability, like you said, is one of the bane of our development. Another thing, if I'm a chairman of local government, I was surprised one day, Bosaki was sitting down in Bini. He was telling some local government, that were not, maybe didn't like their faces. One from Eastern West, one from Eastern West. Yeah, suspending local government. What authority, what power have you to suspend an elected government, the local government? The guy was on social media saying, I thank him for giving me opportunity to serve. If he thinks I'm no longer necessary, I take my bar. I say you are a useless man. That was they call him. Let me remember his name very fast. From Eastern West. I'm like, are you okay? Some people elected you to represent their interests. The governor is firing you. You are just saying
it's a total messed up. It's a total messed up.
Wait, my brother. The man will respect the governor because the law now says that the governor can dissolve the local government if he wake up tomorrow anytime he likes.
My brother, a chairman like me will not. I will fight to the last, and I will take him to court, and I will make a reference point in the judicial annals of that country. And again, if federal is releasing 10%, the state governors are busy stealing from you. How many local governments are made up to mind to take their governors to court?
Listen. That's what I'm saying to you. Hold on, Mister. See the reason why those local government cannot take those federal to court. That's what we're saying just now. You seem like you're conducting an election in Edo State now. The governor is the one that is going to pick all the local government chairman that will represent the party that will win. Automatically, he has decided who is the local government chairman. So are you going to take somebody that put you there to court?
My brother, that is why I'm different. I was into politics. That was one of the things I suffered. If I stand up to talk in a meeting, my state chairman, my South zonal chairman was from my local ward. He wanted his driver as a councillor. People wanted me as their councillor as far back as 1992. So I stood my ground. When I talk, they see sense in what I say. So I was beginning to win the minds of people. If you see my campaign, you would think it was a gubernatorial campaign. The day I launched my campaign, they dealt with me in PDP, and it was obvious. It was clear, crystal clear to the blind, and it was loud it was audible to the deaf that this guy was maltreated. And they also know that this guy has something to offer his people. You know, they queue behind me, to me as far back as that time. They were tired. They stopped going to the zonal chairman house. They stopped going to, they stopped fraternizing with PDP for the oppression done against me. He advised me to go to another party. This is how I know how to fight. Fight to finish and get. You might not be a councillor, but you have registered something, you know, you have done something different. We cannot continue to do same thing again and again and expect a different result. Only a madman or it's tantamount to insanity to do that. See, it's high time we begin to take advantage. We have laws. Take advantage of the laws we have for the benefit of the people. You cannot be subservient. You cannot be a houseboy. You cannot be a houseboy to the governor when you are a local government chairman. You make your voice heard. If they don't want you to be there, they remove you, they remove you. There's always another day. That was the same thing now Obaseki suffered. You were driven out of APC. You knew PDP was bad. PDP is the worst government in Edo State since 1999. Now, they want to package you.
I discover, my brother, sorry.
They came to Nigeria to say we are sorry. They came to Nigeria to say they are sorry. The money they looted, they didn't return it. Now they are saying rescue Nigeria. Rescue Nigeria. It's like a kidnapper telling you he wants to rescue you. I mean,
but my issue with the award of PDP saying rescue Nigeria, man, there's nothing wrong with you saying rescue Nigeria. The problem is that they are not telling us what they are going to do. They are just saying rescue. The other one is about
grabbing the power. It's about power grabbing, my brother. So that was the mistake Obaseki made. If I was Obaseki, I will build I brought a party to my ward. Overnight, we gained momentum. It's all about the people. We were popular everywhere. We had 8 quarters.
No, Obaseki cannot do that again. Obaseki
won. The ring was the 3 they won.
I don't think.
You know,
I don't think.
Obaseki had gone to ANC, for example, now would have been having a different voice and a different platform.
You are coming back to what I said at the beginning. If he had decamped at least 2 years, because before that election, you will know 2 years before the election that APC won't feed you. If he had decamped on time, we have time to build that party you're talking about. He left it to the final minute.
Right.
That's where the problem is. So that is the same problem we faced when he went to PDP. We cannot continue with this APC, PDP. They are CMS Street. It's like looking for the difference between 6 and a half a dozen. They are the same thing. They are one and the same thing. They are not different.
No. Listen, APC and PDP does not hide it. The people in APC, they came from PDP, majority. Anyway, the only few that didn't come from PDP is Bola Tinubu, Buhari, because Tinubu has never decamped in his life. He's been a one-party man, same as Buhari.
Yeah, from AG, from AG to AC.
So the rest, they are decampees from PDP.
Serious decamper.
But what I want to say something. You see, Obaseki have one problem. We have to be sincere. When he's negotiating with people, he's always concerned about the aspect to cajole the mind of the people to agree just for him to get a passage. Immediately he cross. That is whenever his problem was normally start from. Now, when he went
those politicians are evil. They are vampires. I've dealt with them.
Yes,
I know them too well. Even the people in PDP today, I know all of them. The state chairman, both parties, I know them to their house, to their roots. They are vampires. You cannot leave a white rag in an oil. Come on here. It will stay. You get stained. You cannot play with pigs and get clean. They are vampires.
We voted for him, hoping that this guy is different. He's going to do something different.
That is my concern. He should work for the people and be on the book, good books of the people, and leave this PDP APC alone.
I think it's late for him. I don't think he's going to win the heart of our people anymore because I think he has crossed so many lines.
That is just your assumption.
I hope so, because if you stop all these unnecessary fights or strategies to go and fight these people,
as much as he doesn't want to fight, he cannot allow person to blind him, to punch him.
The only thing I would say is that he needs to focus on governance. That is the need he was elected.
Exactly.
I'll give you a simple example. Look at this governor of Ebonyi State, undermining the fact that EFCC went to EFCC. No, sorry, the one EFCC went to arrest Abgar guy. Undermining EFCC went to arrest. What's his name? This one that just hand over to Solo.
Obiano.
Undermining that EFCC went to arrest him. He was in America. He was invited to come and contest for governor. From day one, even when he was ruling, he said it. He said, the day I will finish, I will pack my load. I will go back to America because I was in America. That is somebody actually focusing on governance. That's what Obaseki should have done. He was from
But
Lagos.
what about the looting? What about the billions? What about the millions?
Listen, I'm not talking about his case of looting. I'm just saying, he could still steal the money and still be fighting for structure now and still be here. I'm just saying that is the way governance should be. Just governor, you finish your term, leave the party alone or leave the system.
Yeah, but they have the Shaibus and the Iyohas around the Basaki have been infiltrated in with the spirit of Nigerian politics.
Because Shaibu to me is the one that is going to lose more. That's why he's taking over.
Yeah, it's becoming ambitious. He has to be very careful. If God is blessing you, doesn't mean you are the smartest. It's not able to. I don't want to go into all that. I've known Shaibu since when he was elected in Unijust as the last president. So it's not the best we have. You know, the worst of us are ruling over the best of us. So if you are blessed, you are opportune. It's just a question of opportunity. If you're opportune, I mean, God has given you so much. Say pipe low. When it gets to your turn again, your people will always.
No, I think Shaibu problem is a bit different from Obaseki. His problem is that he is from the same place as Oshomole. He knows that region will always be delivered to Oshomole. So he looks like he's the lost son in the whole equation.
Yes, and he's making way to go back. If he's more comfortable with Oshomole than Orbih.
Orbih has been in PDP for a long time. If I was Orbih, I won't cede my position because he has taken the party for many years.
Yes, and coincidentally, they are from the same place too. So
at a point, Orbih was the only opposition person in the whole of Edo State at a point.
Yes.
So you have to understand where he's coming from. So you have to look at it from both sides in a way.
Yeah, they have to make sacrifice. Politics is about give and take. Who gets what and how? Let them manage their victory, magnanimously. That is the only thing that we, give them advantage.
Okay, now we have this. Let me throw something here.
People will collapse again.
Okay, what I want to say is that we have discussed a lot about these people. We also have to provide a solution. What can we do to move our state forward? Because currently this governor is into a fight, a marathon race, fight with others, and the state is the one suffering the whole stuff. It's just like two elephants fighting. The ground is definitely going to suffer. So we can't continue like this. It's our time we start telling our people what we have, what are we going to do.
What I would say is that, like I said last time, I said when people were talking about Shirogane winning election next year, then I said 2023 is written off. Same as far as I'm concerned, the rest of Obaseki government is also written off. Why do I say that? Every government you are elected for 4 years. A lot of governments, even in Nigeria or in the West, in America, Britain, or whatever, in your third year and fourth years, when you commission projects, massive commissioning before the next election, you commission a lot of projects. Then after that year, you win. Then the first 1 year or 2 years, you slow down a bit to recover some money to do projects going forward. Now, Obaseki didn't do both of these things. So if he didn't do both of these things, what is he going to do in the next 2 years? And don't also forget, we are in 2023 election now. The whole year is going to be campaign, which is going to be a side attraction, which is even good for him. We say nobody will ask me that I tired because they are focusing on presidency. So the whole thing, those state people have to write off Obaseki government as far as I'm concerned and look for the next person who will put them at
under which party now? Under which party?
Brother Luis, please let me come there briefly, please.
Yeah.
I know what you are saying. You are looking at the time factor. Please, let's not give up like it's too late. A Rome was not built in a day. A journey of 1 million miles a day starts with a single step. Let's begin. See, we might not even win it in 2023, but let's make a difference. It's like somebody saying, my vote does not count, I'm not going to vote. You have just voted for the wrong person while you are sitting down at home. Yeah. Let's not have the impression that it's already too late. Let's do whatever we can. So we not just win overnight. I mean, if we can move from 33,000 to 5 million.
I want to ask a question.
Let's not give the impression that it's too late. Let's use every opportunity we have, every resources, every strength we have.
Okay, I want to quickly ask a question, please. I want to ask a question here, please. You people can, lecture me on this. Can AAC, nominate a candidate for this local government position that the governor just want to, this election that the governor wants?
AAC can contest this election. The problem is that the result is already written by the governor somewhere. So they will just
through the state, boss.
Yeah, so AAC will not compete because they know the result is written. So they are not interested.
Yeah, but I don't, you see, my kind of person, I'm not wired that
We
way.
get a long
I
way
always
to
want to
go.
try.
So, but nevertheless, why can't we even push people to, to come out in that party to try,
If you want to push me, I'm available. Can you sponsor me?
Yes, I'm ready.
My brother, I don't want to go back to face those. See, you know the threat, the assassination. You know the assassination threat. You know they do everything to eliminate you. They give you a public no grantor. They want to make you look like a public enemy because you are not dancing to their tune, my brother. It's not an easy thing, but it's doable.
You can go into APC or PDP and just destroy it now.
Yeah, I did all that before. I tried all that, but I'm not somebody that I want to pretend. Later, I bring out my true color. No, I tell you from the meeting. I tell you, no, what you are saying. Even the state chairman can talk. I put up my hand and say, sir, I like what you have said, but in my own opinion, see, once you start making contribution like that, people agree. They know what you are saying is making sense, but they will just look you like a public enemy. They grant you a public no grantor and make you look like you are a foreigner in their midst. It's all about sharing. They don't sit down to discuss about how society can move forward. No, it's not in the agenda. So even in the PDP, you become a stranger. Even in the APC, they don't give ticket to people they can't trust.
But the truth is, AAC can compete in the local government election. They don't have to win, but they will show their presence.
Yeah, that is what we are working on. I'm already talking to councillors and the chairman in my area, in my own locality. The little support we can give, we tried. Even those the little boys, the backmen of yesterday, that were using a bike to take us from one point to the other. Today they are chairman of local government for their parties, local chairman of ward in their parties, party executive all over. So the structure is not actually difficult to build. It's just that sometimes we give up easily.
Yeah, we give up easily. They should compete. Because if you look at it, who knows? Maybe the Supreme Court can do Zodima and say
exactly.
just pass
Anything is possible in politics.
And just transfer it to APC third.
In politics, 1 hour is like 1 year, so it's never too late.
Yeah.
Okay, we have to be. I have the question so that we can be profounding a solution. What are we going to do to help ourselves? With Obaseki, it is obviously clear that PDP and APC, they are the same. They are the same base of the same feather. Yes, so it is the masses that are suffering. So we need to start telling, looking for a way to.
I wish all this their fight is all about the people now, about the development. If I were Obaseki, I will be the winner, and I know people will be the winner because I will stay on the part as part of the people. Your popularity, your work will speak for you. You don't need to. Your work will speak for you at the end of the day. Even when
and that's what Wike told him. Wike told him, let your work speak for you. I don't know.
Let your handiwork speak for you.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Wike told him. Wike told him.
Yeah, no, that's
even the Wike. Let's not even look the Wike as a messiah. If I want to compare the problem in Rivers to problem in Edo, Rivers State is worse than Edo.
It's far. Their environment is dead. You don't have clean air to breathe.
The kidnapping is there. The pollution is there. People are dying of cancer every day. The oil free, the poultry has been there. Now you want to make people look as if it's a messiah. Please, no. Assassin. You talking to people as if you have the right to kill people.
There's no hair in Port Harcourt. They're breathing carbon. A lot of carbon goes into their body every day. Carbon monoxide.
As a messiah.
A lot of carbon monoxide, goes into their body.
I can say that you should leave Wike. The next governor is the one that we're also fighting.
Man, he doesn't have the power to even say, he doesn't have the moral justification to correct Obaseki. That is my point. They are all based on the same feather. Wike is as guilty, if not more guilty than Obaseki. So who is he to come from River State and be sorting Edo people? So hell with him.
Don't mind him, because for me, it is that time we have to change the way we govern ourselves. Particularly
that is why I come back. That's why I come back to the point here. If Obaseki has done the thing at the right time, Wike would not exist. He went to Wike at the end. That's why Wike felt empowered. That's the simple truth. He went there at the end.
But he doesn't have the monopoly of insults to be insulting everybody. You saw the way he talked to traditional rulers the other time. I'm like, I was ashamed. He was addressing certain issues. One of the traditional rulers, a highly placed traditional ruler was nodding his head, in disappointment. He pointed to the man, life and direct, and saying, you, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Somebody that is old enough to be your father in the public. I mean, is that the governor where the people are clapping for? In as much as they don't want Obaseki or they're not satisfied with what Obaseki is doing.
May God forbid, people like we cannot be our governor. May God forbid. We don't need those kind of people.
But don't forget, Wike is just a showman. He went there to commission a project. From minute 2, I never spoke about the project he came to commission.
That was that necessary, my brother. That he took about 10 million of Port Harcourt money. That sponsor alone, that live show alone on channels. That took millions away from the state resources. Is that what we want? The guys were sitting down, the Jerry canals of this one were sitting down. Somebody even advised him, no, that is not what we are here. Don't go into all that.
It's people that feel inferior that behave like Wike.
Thank you, sir.
The problem is that the bottom plate is getting hot too much. They have a lot of problem within the structure of the party. That is it's just party problem.
When they are sharing our money, they don't complain to us. When they have their differences, they want to make us look as if they are messiahs. We should not die in
the differences was for our advantage because it has exposed a lot of cracks about these people that they are just.
The one he has, he's so kind of warm. It's more than what Obaseki is doing. Do you know when this guy started? Wike has never done any other jobs since he graduated from school. You know, he has never done any other thing outside politics.
Local government chairman, he was councillor, he was chief of staff,
he was commissioner, he was minister, he was the governor. It's all about people's money. What does he have to offer in a Senate clan? He's not even fit to be a chairman, not to talk of being a governor. We cannot continue like this and be clapping for these killers. This is insane, my brother. On this note, I rest my case, my beloved brothers.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your robust analysis.
Thank you very much for having time to come today.
Pardon, sir. God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Midwest Republic.
Thank you,
thank you to Pa Alois. You have done noble. You have performed well. Is there any way we can profuse solution to this problem, some advice to our governor, the way to go about this structure infighting and way forward for our development? What does he want now in politics? Is he contesting another election? Why does he now want the structure of the party being handed to be given to him? Is he going to
he doesn't want the party to be given to him. Let's know. If you say that, you're making it look as if one party is right, another one is wrong. See, if they're talking of harmonization, they are playing politics, like I said earlier. In as much as he's into politics, no matter what you call him, technocrat or whatever, see, he's a politician, he has become a politician. Even if he doesn't need it for himself, he has followers that are aspiring. He cannot abandon them in the political wilderness. So that would be suicidal to them, to his followers. And that will give him another stigma.
But let us be sincere. But the party has made a lot of sacrifice for him. He has made a lot for him.
He has made a lot of sacrifice for the party.
Must they just lose everything, all position for him? This is the question we need to ask ourselves.
See, look at where the problem started. Why they were coming together. If he was adopted as the governor, the original PDP is supposed to bring the deputy. There was no need for dispute about that. So who do you blame now for somebody pocketing money instead of looking at the greater interest of his party? Who do you blame, Obaseki or Danobi?
I think both
sides. I'm not going to vindicate anybody there, but I will blame both of them. All the OCs.
No, when it comes to the executive, okay, it can be okay. In the executive, you take 70, we take 30. Since we are just coming, you take 60, we take 40. This is how it works. Nobody wants to. Are you saying they just wanted to use Obaseki to get to government house and throw him out? No politician, I submit. No politician, not even me, can accept that.
The problem with us, we mostly have problem in the south. I think some of our certain politicians need to learn from those northerners. They are better. The way they behave politically is better than us.
They are very intelligent.
Yeah, look at when Buhari went to this abroad. He went to for this last trip now. And they came out to overtake the national chairman of APC and the Niger State governor, gave a speech and gave everything. By the time Buhari come back, they spoke about what the court recognized and blah, 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 blah. This governor came out with the Niger State government. They both issue a statement, they shake hands, they talk, settled in 2 seconds.
Exactly.
But our certain ones, they will, like it's still happening in PDP, Obaseki and Wike now, continuously for petty matters. So these Northerners are more advanced than us politically, but we keep calling them Mala. But they are sensible than us.
Yes, they are more politically savvy.
Yeah, the reason is this: they are the one robbing us. So as far as
listen, they are not robbing us. We are the one robbing ourselves.
No, as far as they have anything there for them to rob us, they will easily settle because they see us as the foolish people. They have their goods.
Is it not you that said in this thing? I said all the Satan meeting went to a meeting to ban open grazing. Some of the Satan governor left here and started saying they are not doing. Did he not come and tie their hand? Did he not come and tie their hand? Is it not the governor of Benue State? 2017 was the first to ban open grazing. Has Buhari gone and cut his neck?
No.
So what are you saying? They are not our problem. The South is the problem of the South. Because we don't agree, we deceive ourselves, we betray ourselves continuously.
Even like let me quickly put something here now. If you look at this open grazing law, I told you it's so satanic for one reason, so many reasons. Now let's look at Lucky Benedion administration. When Obasanjo released money for agricultural development, Lucky Benedion's wife then was in charge of that program. They said Better Rural Women Program. And if you look at what happened, there is no single rural area in Edo State that even spent 1 kobo that was opportune to benefit at 1 kobo as a loan to support their family scheme. None of them. If you look at most of the party that woman organization or party or get together she organized in the name of rural women, the party were always made up of commissioner wife, head of police wife, and all. That is how that administration. But in the north, they were able to channel this money direct to their people in the rural area, and that is why today desert is not the one feeding us in the south. Okay, currently there are a lot of program scheme that is going on in the state, in the country as a whole. From the central bank, they are supporting farmers, and just say people don't benefit. Once this money comes to south, the governor don't even announce it.
No, it's not that the governor doesn't announce it. That's why I say the priorities of your governors in the south are different from the north. Those governors in the north, they know that their people doesn't know how to do nuclear weapon, doesn't know how to do bicycle, doesn't know how to press computer. They know all they want is just go to that farm, grow food. That's why you see that all of them still voted for Buhari because the only language they know is how to go and farm. And Buhari has made sure that money is available. Even the Lagos State governor today, when they were commissioning, he made mention to Buhari and agriculture a lot of times. Say it's not only agriculture we know you can do, but also know that you can do bridge. What am I trying to say? All those money from federal government on agriculture is there. The problem is that federal government we provide that money. They are not saying to you, this is what you use it to do. So the northern governors, when a lot of them took their own, they actually distribute it to like small scale farmers. For them, like give them like petty money, say go and do this, go and do that. But in the case of Edo State, I'll give you a simple example of what happened in Edo State. The government of Edo State, I don't like using the government of Edo State, so that's not the right way to put it. The government of Edo State took some of those money, and one of the people he gave the money to was Okomu, which is listed in the stock exchange. Why are you giving money to a bunch of rich men?
Okay.
Then he also did one with 9-4. That's what I'm saying. So the priorities for your southern government are so different compared to the north. So you people have to approach your government and see what's going on there.
A call in. Let us take this call. Hello, go ahead.
Hello.
What are about? Yeah. Thank you.
The issue Obaseki is no there's no data about this on my platform. But if we don't see on my platform, we don't see on my platform.
Yeah.
But when you platform, or show me the rest on my platform, show me the rock. But you know, say I will show me the rock.
Show me the rock, Balobo.
Show me the rock, Balobo, Abuja. Because when you are ruling state, you want to make Abuja.
Sorry, my co-panelist, my permission to take some. I have an emergency to attend to. Thank you for your argument.
Thank you, Mr. Maruyi.
So, what is the Nayati and one governor winner? I go I was treated like the governor Yamuna. Only my understand any governor Yamuna. May Yamuna, different institute, we have different places. They can you, for example, job center, library, different places now you bring it una. But it's too late for him to do it. If not late or late it be okay to our west. So yeah, it's only my option of that about that. So,
thank you very much.
Okay, so
thank you. Mr. Alois, can you respond to that?
I will not say Oshomola is the problem of
not down here.
I will not say the Oshomola is the problem of those state government, because in Nigeria people always look for people to blame for their problem.
Yes.
Thank you, my brother.
If you look at the whole issue, who is the person that has insulted Buhari more than any other person? Autumn of Benue State. Is it not performing?
Yes.
So the problem Autumn have with Abuja is even worse than Obaseki.
Yes.
Even the wicked that you are talking about now, the wicked doesn't even know where Abuja is. So
you don't even go there.
So who is tying Obaseki's hand? Don't forget, when Obaseki was when Oshomola and Obaseki were playing, they only started quarreling almost 3rd year. Every time Buhari is traveling anywhere, economic meeting or anything, Obaseki always go with him. So I don't know how Oshomola ties his hand in Abuja when he's always with Mr. President. So I think people need to be getting their facts right and be pushing the problem of one person to another person.
What this our caller call for, It is still on the line. I want to tell you one thing, my brother.
Yes.
You can't blame Oshomole. The truth of the matter is that we don't have government. And this is why we are trying to tell our people that whenever these people are giving you promises, there is tendency for them not to fulfill these promises. Because why? There is no government structure on ground. What you have is just governor, one man show, and they just rubbish everything. At the end, they pack their load. After 8 years, they just go their way. And they may not even stop there. They will create a lot of problem for the common people, trying to even replace the position with someone else of their choice.
Put it this way. The state in Nigeria today that you have the most vicious fights at the moment is Imo State. The different political forces in Imo State.
Okay.
The other one, they are all fighting each other every day, including ESN and IPOB. But Uzodinma has only been governor in less than 2 years. Buhari has gone there to commission project 2 times. So I don't know what people are talking about here. so I don't know what they are talking
brother, about. No, let us stop deceiving Nigerians. What you don't understand like this, about this commission. If you live at those states now, you go to some area in that east, they are just the same. Nyama road. You go to west, is the same thing.
What I'm saying is that if somebody is tying somebody else in Abuja, I'm just giving you an example. Look at Imo State, the problem there. The governor is still working. So nobody is tying anybody's hand. That's what I'm saying.
Nobody. That is
so
true.
the same thing they say, Lucky was there, it's PDP that caused it. Oshomole they blame on that person. The next
when
governor
Lucky was there, we clap for him.
The next governor will come, then you still start blaming on that person. Instead of you to tell him to perform, you'll be blaming whoever is ahead of him.
And I don't think this performance will help us. It is our time they have to restructure the ministries, revive them, and bring them back to life. Because what really happens is that these military guys, they dislodge this military system, break it down, these ministries, like a Ministry of Earth, and they were trying to dictate everything into being and try to dictate everything into good. We didn't work. And these politicians are still following the path. I see no reason why state governors cannot account. You can't go to Ministry of Finance to find out what your the amount of money or volumes of money that your state can generate as a revenue. You don't know anything about their expenditures. You see, you got to take my state for example. Now you have Ministry of Work, what is it called, Water Board or whatever they call it. But nobody is working there, and people are getting retired. They work there. Children growing up don't know what is called pipe-borne water. You just imagine, how come I get financing this kind of something? Because why? The ministries are there, they just appoint their people. Okay, you look at governor is building road. If you look at what it takes to really give road to people, Nothing is in place because the governor himself is not an engineer. He doesn't know anything about engineering. And as far as the ministries are not involved, automatically the contractor become the permanent engineer, become everything, become the one that will say, I've finished my work. But if you have all these departments in place, like those days during Ali and Ogbemo, I keep on telling them, there is a department for road workers. And these are the people that have to maintain most of these structures that involve road.
Yeah,
but today they are no more. You also have a department those days they call town planning. They plan road, they plan the city. You have the survey department. They survey most of these villages and towns and this land that they are killing themselves for. But instead, our government will be coming out with committee that they are empowering committee. And remember, most of this committee, once the governor is out, it look like something fake. The next governor will not even entertain them.
Committee is just another way to take our money from the system. Just
like
they keep saying amending constitution, they only do it just to take our money from the system. It's not to do anything. But at the end of the day, you are saying structure. Structure does not come forth from heaven. It does not just drop. That's why I keep saying it is the government of the day that creates structure. If the government of the day does not create structure, you still be saying what you are saying now. That's why I keep laughing. People keep using different technocrat, different things.
No, it's not a tech for me. I never called my governor a technocrat. I will never do that.
I always keep saying using states example to do it. If you go to Lagos, if you go to Kaduna, there are structures there. The state government in Kaduna does not even sign contract. It is signed by the State Economic Committee. They are all there. So I keep hearing people keep saying, "No, the government in Edo State is the best ever government we've ever had in Edo State." I keep laughing. Then I said this one should go back. University of Benin was built by who? Central Hospital or UBTH was built by who? They should give me one big structure like that this current government has built before they start saying it's the best government ever. They cannot give me one.
You are very right.
And they achieved this in less than 2 years.
Ogbamudia built the University of Benin. It was modeled after University of Swansea. The UBTH, Ogbeh Stadium. You can see the one Ali built. You can see all this Ibende newspaper, different things. They should name me one that this present government has built. And they will be comparing him to say
it built Central Park.
And they will say they're telling me that it's better than Ogbemudia, better than Ali. Even Ogbemudia that you are saying, Ogbemudia, when he became governor,
he refused
to go to the government house. He said it's waste of money. He was still living in his house with his own cook and his own driver. He said he doesn't want to waste the state money. So I don't know what people are talking about. All this one that is taking their private jets everywhere. So people just talk, but they just talk, but they don't know the issues. Then the only thing I see there, somebody went to paint Ogbeh Stadium. The same Ogbeh Stadium that Lucky painted. The same Ogbeh Stadium that Oshomolo painted. The same Ogbeh Stadium that the current government painted. They call it an achievement. What is achievement
here? And nobody is using Ogbeh Stadium. Ogbeh Stadium is not bringing money.
So the people of Benin, they just behave as if they are not educated as far as I'm concerned.
You are right.
It's not only Benin.
Now. Thank
you
very much.
You want to round up?
Yeah, let us round up and save our strength for Sunday.
Okay, another day. So what I want to say is this.
Go on, John. Make a summary.
Okay, so it is our time we encourage our people and sanitize their mind to understand that currently we don't have government at all.
Yes.
Because any government is supposed to be having the interest of our people. So that should be the first priority. But currently our governor is into a battle. He's just after fighting people and he's so distracted. He doesn't believe in the power of the people anymore. And he's not going to deliver anything the way I've seen it, except he have to pause from that fight and go back to the people that elected him, which is those state people, and start developing everywhere, performing to the taste of the people. That is what I take here. Thank you.
Alois, what do you think? What should we expect from a technocrat governor?
Yes, I think the people of Edo State should not be disheartened. They should not get frustrated, and they should not lose hope. After all, what they are getting today is the government they voted for. It's what they wanted, and they are getting exactly what they wanted. So they shouldn't insult God or insult anybody because they wanted to be deceived, and they got what they wanted. Because if you have a campaign, somebody telling you he goes to Irwa and says he's going to build waterboard in Irwa, when he's not able to clear gutter, and you clap for him. So you got what you wanted. So they should enjoy the frustration, enjoy the poverty, and enjoy the power failure, enjoy everything, and pray that the next one we in fact try and do something better for them. So Mr. Obaseki is doing what he promised. So I'm not complaining.
Thank you very much. My people, now don't hear these three debates. These three panelists, they are taking their time out to explain things. He has appealed to everybody not to get discouraged, to have faith that what you bargain for, that is what you get. Our brother Amoruyi explained the whole thing. He mainly said that my topic is purely my own thinking, and that the local government do not in any way a sort of a structure, and that Obaseki proposed to hold the election, the local government election, is not to spite Danobi. To me, Obaseki election is to distract everybody and still fighting for the structure. And the other two panelists disagree that it's all waste of time, and that Obaseki did not intend to do any more, to do more, to give you that what is the last motto we call dividend of democracy. That this is election year, up to next year, it will be election year. After the presidential election, the state governorship election will start, and that Alois said that any governor that will perform the first term, that is when he will commission a lot of projects. And since there is a lot of commission, a lot of project commission, and that's it. So my people, I'll leave you with this to ponder on till we meet again on Sunday, where we will have a robust debate and on a very good topic. Till then, may God be with you all. Thank you, panelists, for coming in. God bless all of you. Una do well. Thank you very much.